Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Yeah. We live. We are live on a Saturday night. Come on in, y'all. We got to get to these topics, man. We got some things, and that was put out in the media on this Prince Andrew getting, emails getting leaked tied to Epstein. Emails getting leaked from Prince Andrew's emails.
Point
We
he had to
got
step down from his royal duties.
yeah, you pretty much getting exiled, pretty much. He brought too much heat on that royal family, so they want him to step down and they want him exiled. So we gonna get to that. Then we got we got this Jay-Z thing, well, Rock Nation, more so Rock Nation being tied to all these different lawsuits, and they trying to link them to Rico and all this shit. So we gonna get into all that, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get into this, man. We ain't even gonna hold y'all too long. We just gonna go ahead and get
Get it.
straight into it. Sorry, let's go ahead. Let's get into this, man. So we got all right. So Jay-Z, Rock Nation have 99 problems in the money laundering. One casino in jeopardy. So we already know they went for that casino thing under the Caesars Entertainment. They try to get the casino up in Manhattan, but they got denied by the gaming committee. And people speculating that a lot of these things that been coming out in the media about Rock Nation is so put a stop to that. So we don't know for sure, but we're gonna get into these articles though. So it says,
Get it.
all right. So I want to go down to the part where, all right. So this lawsuit that's against Fat Joe by this T.A. Dixon guy, it was this, which is Fat Joe's former hype man,
Yeah.
is
Oh
suing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Not
is suing
security hype man.
his hype man is suing Fat Joe right along with accusing him of messing with underage girls. 16 and shit like that. Now I know Fat Joe had some lyrics that was, pertaining to that. I remember had a song like that with some lyrics that was like that. But they saying that basically Rock Nation had for knowledge of these things Fat Joe was doing. Fat Joe was being managed with Rock Nation at the time. So during this time he was, the hype man was in, with Fat Joe. He accused Fat Joe of some crazy things, man. Yeah, I mean, he said, a lot of the things he was doing with Joe, he didn't get paid for, and he, alluded to him messing with underage girls and shit. So, this says Jose Cartagena, aka Fat Joe, convicted felon, Sean Diddy Combs, DJ Khaled, and that's the people he was, rolling with at the time. So it says, when the glitter Broadway meets the neon glare, the Wall Street results, and usually spectacle of SS thinks the Broadway, backed by mega club, celebrity stuff, and a $5 billion casino venture, which reshaped Times Square skyline. So they was trying to get that, that casino up and going in Manhattan, and I guess some people just didn't want that casino in Manhattan. I mean, I just think more so like where the f was they gonna put a casino at in Manhattan? For real, where was the space going to be at for that? Tell you the truth. All right, so Rock Nation conduit for organized crime. This is what they saying. The controversy stems around a lawsuit filed by Terrence Dixon, known at publicly as TA, alleged that Rock Nation entangled in the web of federal crimes, according to the filing of Rock Nation's leadership allegedly coordinated with the figures such as Fat Joe, Jose Cartagena, and launder illicit proceeds, shield criminal activity from law enforcement scrutiny, and provide operational cover for a broader Rico enterprise. So they basically saying, you know, Fat Joe, the things Fat Joe was doing Rock Nation had foreknowledge of that. That's what this guy T.A. Dixon is claiming. So he says the complaint cites specific acts, financial cover-ups, corporate accounts, manipulation, and resource to support claims of the agency functions as a conduit for organized crime. All right. So while the legal process is still unfolding, the allegations have already um, reverberated through entertainment, hospitality sectors, critics, and warn of presence of casino already a magnet for high stakes gambling, organized crime, in some cases, human trafficking networks. So that's basically what they trying to tie all of them to is some, trafficking, organized crime, and high stakes gambling and shit like that.
They or just this Dixon guy?
This Dixon guy is. You know
Oh
what
well, he
I
sound like just a disgruntled
mean?
employee.
Him and his lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, was the dude that represented, Young Thug and Trump in some cases. You know what I'm saying? So, that's who that dude lawyer is that Tyrone Blackburn dude. You know what I mean? Let me see the
Yeah,
so
he
let's
sound
go
like a
down real quick.
disgruntled employee that's just like snitching on
You
everything that you know what I'm
said
saying?
he's
Because
snitching. You said he's snitching on everything.
yeah, snitching on everything because Fat Joe ain't paying what he wanted to, what that he wanted him to pay him. So he's like,
Right.
I'm just gonna tell all.
You said well, tell all.
Just gonna tell all.
That's crazy. Damn, I was trying to get to this the article I was trying to get to. Hold on. But yeah, they trying to he basically trying to tie them to that shit. Basically saying they had foreknowledge of the activities Fat Joe was into, and he trying to implement them into some other shit as well. So
But you know what's crazy about that? You talking about Fat Joe's messing around with young girls and whatnot. But
yeah,
he bring that out later after he found out that Fat Joe was messing with young girls. That he quit
some
then? Probably not.
right, nah.
He
It's
probably was
based
still working for him as long as he was getting paid. And as soon as Fat Joe ain't paying what he wanted him to pay him, then now all of a sudden he got a problem with Fat Joe messing with young girls. Cause it ain't
yeah,
like he when he found out he stopped working for Fat Joe and
right,
then went to the police or somebody.
exactly.
That's the
That's not
fake
what
shit.
happened.
That's the
And
fake shit right there.
then not only that, basically he was kind of mad that he didn't get paid for a lot of the shit that he was doing, like you know um for services he was doing when he was with Fat Joe. So that was another thing. Um, but yeah, so the plaintiff is Terrence Dixon, aka TA. So who all on the paperwork is Joseph Antonio Cartagena, which is Fat Joe, Peter Pistol Pete Torres, Richard Rich Player, Erica Julian, Sneaker Addict Touring LLC, Rock Nation, and a few John Does, and ABC Corporation is on there. So I was trying to get to this part here, to the paperwork on this. All right,
So
so the go ahead and say what you was gonna say.
so this Dixon guy ain't have a problem with Fat Joe was doing as long as Fat Joe was paying him. He was all right with Fat Joe money laundering, hiding accounts, messing with
Yeah,
young girls.
so
He was
called
cool
right.
with all that until Fat Joe didn't pay him.
That's what it seems like. That's what's happening. Yep. So under the under the under the docket. All right. So it says defendant Rock Nation LLC and the current management of representative entity for the defendant Cartagena knowingly participated in concealing, transferring, and manipulating plaintiffs' um, authorship rights and royalty interests. Rock Nation deliberately facilitated Cartagena's unlawful conduct by filing uh, a lawsuit against the plaintiff and his counsel in immediate harass and obstruct plaintiff legitimate claims that Cartagena and his co-defendants, Rock Nation through the CEO Desiree Perez, extracted 10% of the revenue generated by the defendant Cartagena and his associate business, including through the joint management of business records, oversight and touring revenue, and enforcement of policy plaintiff was required to follow during his work with defendants. So they basically saying Rock Nation collected 10% of all doings of Fat Joe when knowing that he was doing, certain things when they under their management. So it says, as an aside, according to the accountant Doe, former manager Doe, defendant Cartagena stole hundreds of thousands of dollars from Rock Nation and their CEO Desiree Perez when they accepted a cash payment of up to $500,000 for a performance. All right, so it says Rock Nation is faced with an avalanche of accusations recently, including by rap star Nicki Minaj. Cause yeah, Nicki been going hard on Jay-Z over there on putting things out over there on her Twitter X page. She's definitely been going hard at Jay-Z. Um to its own CEO daughter and Tory Lanez. Of course, Tory Lanez that they mentioned him in this article because of that whole that whole bid with Tory Lanez getting locked up, which I don't his ass don't even shouldn't even be in jail right now because that whole case was just crazy. That whole case was just nuts. So, all right, let me go down real quick.
Basically saying Rock Nation is out here operating like Empire, man.
Yeah. And
like Terrence Howard Empire, like Cookie, man. Where you at,
like,
Cookie, man?
Cookie, man.
Lucius Lyons, man. They saying
Right.
Jay. They saying Jay is Lucius Lyons, man.
Right. This is crazy. Yep. So all right. So I see. All right. It says former Jay-Z Rockefeller alum Choke No Joke stated that he believes that Jay-Z's Rock Nation and their lawyer Joe Tacopino are behind attempting to silence the attorney Tyrone Blackburn. Fat Joe has long sordid history with both P. Diddy Combs and Sean Carter. So I guess Choke, yeah, he be always going in on J and L, but he's saying that the Rock Nation is basically trying to silence the lawyer Tyrone Blackburn from you know representing that Dixon character. But it seemed like a lot of these lawyers out here to get that they gonna remind me of what's his name that was going after Diddy with the whole 1-800 shit. What's that lawyer name again? You know what I'm talking about. The lawyer that the dude that was going after Diddy with the 1-800 hotline and shit.
Yeah. What's his name? Man, what is that dude's name? We know. I know who you talking about.
Yeah, y'all know who we talking about.
Y'all know who we talking about.
Yeah.
What's that nigga's name?
And then you have Desiree Perez's daughter, which is suing Rock Nation too because the mom had her placed in in a crazy nut war for like 2 weeks. I mean, basically she felt like she was kidnapped and shit. Let me go ahead and get into that real quick. This is a news video that was put out by ABC6. Let's get
action after she said
Busby, Tony Busby.
Says she spent nearly 2 weeks in mental health institutions.
All right, so this is Desiree Perez's daughter, Demore Hadley is her name. Demore Hadley. Yeah, she sat down with ABC for an interview, basically saying her mother Desiree Perez, which is Jay-Z's partner, she's Rock Nation CEO. So let's get into
Florida
this.
woman is taking legal action after she says she spent nearly 2 weeks in mental health institutions for no legitimate reason.
She claims in a recently filed lawsuit that it was orchestrated by her own mother and others who should have protected her failed her.
NBC6 investigative reporter Amy Viteri has her story.
So legally, I can go home.
No, you cannot.
Why?
Because you're being Baker active.
Body camera video shows the moments Broward deputies encouraged Demore Hadley to get into this pickup truck with people she says she didn't know.
I can't ride with you and you guys take me?
You're going to be in handcuffs, so dog's not going to be able to come?
No, I don't want to be in handcuffs.
Okay.
Demore says they took her to a hospital for a mental health evaluation after this doctor signed paperwork saying she was a risk to herself.
What he told me was, we received a call from your family that you tried to OD the night before.
A doctor she says she'd never met before. And according to Demore, it's her own mother who's behind it. In this lawsuit, she claims her mother, Desiree Perez, used unlawful means to have Demore falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act.
So she's the CEO of Rock Nation, a company that she owns along with Sean Carter, the famous rapper Jay-Z.
The complaint alleges a conspiracy, saying Perez used her money, power, and influence to tear apart Demore and her husband, Javon Hadley, and created an enterprise of individuals to effectuate her plot.
To essentially try to separate me from my husband and to falsely accuse him of domestic violence.
Perez has repeatedly denied these allegations in court filings. A month before Demore filed her complaint, we found her mother filed her own lawsuit against Demore's husband, Javon, citing evidence Perez says he has abused her daughter for years, something the couple has denied in court records. In that lawsuit, Desiree Perez says she moved to Baker Act her daughter, fearing she was at risk of suicide and abusing prescription drugs.
I haven't seen anything in my entire 20 years of practicing law that it is so clear that someone did something wrong.
Attorney Hilton Napoleon is representing Demore in the lawsuit, which claims Perez harassed the couple for years, including making unfounded claims to get Javon arrested on multiple occasions for battery and domestic violence, charges prosecutors did not pursue.
The state attorney's office wrote a 11-page scathing closeout memoranda, which basically said that her mother made false allegations to the police.
In this closeout memo, a prosecutor with the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office cites Demore's lack of cooperation and raises concerns about some of the evidence and how it was obtained. The prosecutor also wrote Demore was wrongfully Baker Acted last year, something her mother's attorney disputes in this letter challenging many of the memo's other conclusions.
I have 3 different collateral sources of information that say that she's been acting psychotic, that she threatened to overdose yesterday.
Demore's lawsuit alleges her mother conspired with prominent psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober, seen here in body camera video, and others to have Demore committed for a mental health evaluation. Bober cites supporting evidence from her family and diagnosed Demore with an unspecified psychosis. He ordered she be taken to Memorial Regional Hospital, where he is chief of psychiatry, and where results from drug tests taken upon admission were negative, according to records Demore shared with us.
They told me your tox screens came out negative, and I go, I know. I don't do drugs.
In a statement, Dr. Bober's attorney said Demore was placed under the Baker Act for 38 hours due to the potential risk of imminent harm she posed to herself, adding failing to take appropriate action would have been a breach of Dr. Bober's ethical and professional obligations. While Demore was at Memorial, her mother further petitioned to have her transported to a different facility under Florida's Marchman Act, claiming again in court records that Demore suffered from severe drug abuse. A judge granted that petition.
They ran the test. They knew that she had no drugs in her system and she was not abusing drugs. And the fact that you can't do anything about it is scary.
Demore was sent to this treatment center in Deerfield Beach, where Dr. Bober serves as medical director.
Where are the people that are supposed to protect me from this happening?
According to her lawsuit, Demore requested a hair follicle test at that facility called Life Skills, which detects drug use for at least the past 3 months, and which showed no drugs had been in Demore. Demore was held at Life Skills until April 8th. She shared discharge paperwork that lists a diagnosis of persistent depressive disorder, which she disputes. No medication was prescribed. Court records show Demore was able to leave that day after her mother voluntarily dismissed the case. But Demore says the damage has been done, and she feels a system designed to keep people safe failed to protect her.
Money, influence, and power should not be something that's used, right, or abused to hurt innocent people.
Perez has filed a motion to dismiss DeMore's complaint, asserting that the Baker Act and other legal proceedings she has undertaken were rooted in legitimate concern for her daughter's safety.
The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office tells us they stand by their memo. Memorial Healthcare says they can't speak about DeMore's case because of the pending lawsuit. We also contacted Life Skills South Florida and have not yet heard back.
Yeah, so that's crazy that she basically saying her mama using all her resources and all her power to basically keep her at bay, to keep her, you know, keep her and her I guess due to the husband. She basically saying that the husband was abusing her and all that, that they heavy into drugs and all that. So, you know, they trying to sue each other. So
Yeah, but look at
that's
this
crazy.
though. They putting that on mainstream media. You know how many rich people control their kids like that, getting them sent to crib. As soon as the
Right.
kid don't agree with what the parents is doing, the parents is rich and powerful, they throw them in crazy homes, especially if the parents is doing something illegal and the kids is like, I expose you if you don't
Yeah.
get out of my life. And then the
Yeah.
parents end up doing some, but the only reason why I feel like it made it to mainstream media is because I think they trying to take Jay-Z and Rock Nation down. I think
That's what it seems to be.
the establishment is turning against Jay-Z, probably because he don't want to sell his music.
You think that's what it
And the
is?
thing, I'm not saying that they ain't doing nothing illegal and stuff like that, but that stuff usually never makes the mainstream media unless the establishment has a problem with you. Because the
Right.
establishment let these people operate for decades, centuries. They let them operate for centuries as long as they playing ball the way that they want them to play ball. But as
Right.
soon as they do something that's against the establishment, all they dirt will start coming out in the mainstream media. Because you gotta think about it, the mainstream media shit is very highly controlled and shit is very strategic. They don't let just anything on the news. So the fact that they letting this domestic stuff on there, the problems with her and her daughter, and then how that she getting her put in crazy homes and all that, that means that the establishment is behind this. The
Yeah.
establishment is behind basically showcasing how the relationship between this Perez chick and her daughter, and then making her look bad, making this Perez chick look bad because they about to take Jay-Z and Rock Nation down. They about to
Yeah.
take them just like they
Yeah,
did with
because you
Diddy.
got right, because
Just like
you
they
got to
did with
see
Diddy.
how they was able to you know, they basically got denied for that $5.6 billion casino in Manhattan. But when Nas went
Nas
up,
got his in Queens.
yeah, Nas went up for his review with the committee, and they passed his.
Commission. The gaming
Yeah,
commission.
gaming committee,
Yeah.
yeah, committee, yeah. So that tells you right there that they, you know, that he's definitely like a target. I mean, all of them is targets, but you know, they want to take certain individuals down, get them
No,
out the
not
way.
all of them. The yes sir, yes a boss. They don't take them down. They
Yeah,
let
but
them
they
keep operating.
sacrifice though.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
sacrifice.
I mean, if they feel like that, oh, he's a uppity trying to be an uppity nigger and trying to do his own thing, independent of the establishment that's feeding him, yeah, then they start just letting him basically start airing out his dirt.
It's
That's what they
crazy.
do. Because you gotta think about it, like the rich and the wealthy, the way they treat their families and stuff that don't agree with what they doing. This been going on for years. They've been putting them in crazy homes. Look what they did to Kanye.
Right.
And the media ain't putting Chris Jenner on blast and Kim on blast for how they
Well,
treated Kanye and got him admitted to the crazy house when he ain't have to be, trying to
yeah,
get
but
him on all these meds and all that. They only do that when they after somebody.
yeah, they definitely somehow being targeted, definitely, because
Hell yeah, they being
you
targeted.
just see how a lot of things is coming out in the media, how they using these media hit pieces to basically tarnish they brand and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you know, they trying their hardest to try to you know, put a cap on that by using their lawyers as much as possible, but that shit ain't really, you know, it's just like too much shit going on. Let me play
Yeah,
this real quick.
let's put this in perspective real quick before you play that.
Yeah,
Nigga,
go ahead.
it's because Jay ain't sell those masters.
Yeah, that's real. That's real
That's what
talk.
all this
Yeah,
is about, because Jay ain't selling his masters.
that's real
Because
talk.
and we tell y'all on this channel all the time that the whole entertainment industry is moving towards the blockchain and crypto and tokenization. These industries want to own all these artists masters 100%. So when they start tokenizing all of their work on these blockchains, they want to be profiting the billions and trillions of dollars that
Yeah,
they're going to be making on there. And Jay knows this information. That's why he ain't said, look, they bullied Taylor Swift into selling her masters.
yeah. She
Taylor
bought her
Swift
shit
used to
back
own
though.
her master.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she bought her
she
shit
owned,
back.
but you see how they bully
Yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah,
into selling their masters, bro.
right. Yeah, because you gotta think about this too. That the fact that a lot of these artists are not getting really paid for their streaming, right? So some of them are holding on to their master because streaming ain't really paying them. You
But
know, they getting like,
tokenization will.
yeah, but exactly. So a few people, you know what I mean? Like they know that, they know that, right? So they holding on as much as possible. But being as though that the economy is squeezing the shit out of everybody, you got people selling off. You got people selling off their masters, bro. You got some of them selling off pieces of their catalog as well, because they trying to keep up with
Design.
that. Yeah, not only that, they trying to keep up with the same lifestyle, and that lifestyle requires a certain tax bracket that they can't even uphold. They can't even uphold that same type of lifestyle anymore. So they selling off their catalog like a mug just to keep up with that lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Why you think Jay needed that casino in Manhattan?
Yeah, they needed that real quick. Now
They
he make
needed that.
now he went over there and strike the deal with Saudi Arabia. You know what I mean? You see him in pictures and all that over there in
Nah, that
Saudi
was
getting
Abu
down.
Dhabi.
Oh, that was Abu
That was
Dhabi?
the sheik. Yeah, that was the sheik from Abu Dhabi. That
Well,
wasn't
he
Saudi
said,
Arabia.
oh, that was but he's sitting down with them over there to cut a deal with them. Um because this whole casino thing ain't work out. Matter of fact, this is them right here in the casino meeting up with the committee right here. This the first time me seeing this. I seen the other one with the representative up in there saying, y'all just gonna, deny our he was snapping in there, but I didn't see the meeting, the actual meeting with Jay-Z and his Desiree Perez and them sitting in there.
As you can tell by Dez's accent, she's from the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn. This is what New York really looks like. The programs and things that we've done, and not to highlight what we would like to do with the casino, but something we've been doing 21 years with the scholarship, the job fair. We're 6 years into reform. These are things that we do naturally because it's who we are. So the alignment with Caesars and SL Green, it was important for us that these things are included. Obviously I came up through sports and entertainment, sports too. I built my career around entertainment and culture. And again, a homegrown talent from Brooklyn in the Bronx. And, the things that he's built within New York. And in Times Square being the perfect place for us. I think that I'm trying to reserve myself from it's a very good idea. Very good alignment for us to fulfill the promise of Times Square. And it goes beyond gaming for us. If you look at the work that we've done, even with the NFL and how we've presented culture to the NFL, there was never a hip hop artist to headline Super Bowl until we brought that to the forefront. And then I think we brought the NFL their first Emmy in the live sector. And I think we got 5 or 6.
We have 5, and we're just nominated for 4.
And within our stint, and we just beginning there as well. So, and also when we come into a space, it's, particularly like Broadway, we're not coming to compete with Broadway. We're coming to add. We're coming to be additive. Anything that we've done in the past, we've always included the community. We've never excluded the community. So for us, it's important. One of the first calls I made, and That's public now. You already talked about your undercover people on the floor and told the whole world. So I'll tell. One of the first calls we made was to Bob that I made, another Brooklynite, Bob Iger, because it was important for us to talk about the Lion King being involved with this building. I think I'm gonna stop there. You guys, okay? Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Thank you.
Jay-Z, man.
What the hell? What type of good do a casino bring to a community?
See, I mean,
How can you even convince anybody that
see what they're
casino
trying to
don't
do.
bring nothing good to no community, really?
They're trying to use the leverage of, being, using the leverage of the entertainment world of being, him being able to take the NFL and transform that, and you by using culture, he think he was going to be able to do the same thing with a casino. You know what I'm saying? Being in the middle of Times Square, bringing, using culture as well to push that forward. But them people wasn't buying it. They
Nigga, what
wasn't
do a
buying that.
casino
That
contribute
shit,
to a any
bro.
community?
And then another thing, it's like, all right, where the hell was you gonna put that at in Times Square? Where the hell was you
Oh,
gonna
I'm
put a
pretty sure
casino at?
I'm pretty sure they already marked their territory where they were going to put it at. Trust me. They
And
ain't
then
just
you
going to
got
make that type of proposal and not have a place to put it, but they trying to make it sound like it was going to contribute something to that community over there. That shit don't contribute nothing.
it's not gonna contribute anything, and especially in that area, Times Square. Why would the Times Square need a casino in that area?
It's just going to bring more crime and more assholes to that area than
You know what
there
I'm saying?
already
And
is.
then that's what I'm saying. Like they trying to, factor in, everything else that's in that surrounding area. So the people in that area really wasn't buying it. So what they was trying to do, they was trying to basically lobby money to the people in that area, to those people in that area, so they could put that casino there. So they was trying to, give out like $250 million to the people, basically lobby for them, to get that casino up and running in Times Square, and that shit just wasn't it. That wasn't it. I don't know, bro. That them people probably just was like, ain't really no need for a casino to be in the middle of Times
Bro,
Square.
nothing
You know
good
what I mean?
comes out of a casino, bro.
Right, that shit ain't doing a drain.
The fact
Drain.
that people is barely
That ain't
even making it these days, what the fuck with a casino?
that
All that
ain't
do is
even
just
gonna
drain the
drain the
money
area.
out of the
Yeah,
people.
that's what I was
Yeah,
about to say. That's gonna drain the money out the area. That's just gonna drain money. That's not gonna really bring no value.
that shit don't uplift no community.
Nah,
Casinos don't uplift no communities.
nah, that's not gonna bring value to anything, especially in the no goddamn Times Square. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if people want a casino right now, knowing that the economy is bad and people ain't spending as much money, you must want that casino there to launder money through. Cause that's
that's
the only
see
thing I
that.
could think of. Cause there's no fucking way you going
So
for a casino in this bad economy.
that's
People
why
ain't
it's
got
going.
money to be losing like
That's
that.
why it's going back to the when I read the article earlier. That's what they basically
Right.
trying to refer to, that it's going to be nothing but high stakes gambling, human trafficking,
Nigga, it's gonna be
prostitution.
money
You know what I
laundering,
mean?
money being
Money
laundered,
laundering and shit like that. That's basically what that article was alluding to. Now
billions of dollars being laundered through that.
we ain't saying that's what Rock Nation was going to do. But that's what the people were speculating that that's all that shit was going to really bring, is the underworld type shit. Not
It ain't
not
even, but all casinos are like that though.
right.
All
So
casinos are money laundering opera. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Most of those casinos are money
casino.
laundering operations,
Well,
bro.
we seen, yeah. Well, I mean, if you watch the movie Casino, you could pretty much see what the hell casinos
Right.
was built for. They was laundering the hell out of money. The
And
mob bosses laundering the hell out of money through the casinos, and
and
they
to
was
speak
skimming,
about a
and they
casino,
was skimming off, the top.
right? And
They was
to speak
skimming off
about a
the top.
casino like it's gonna uplift the community, that's some
Right.
delusional ass
See,
shit right there.
Jay tried to leverage his influence on the entertainment world to basically get that casino. He was trying to leverage that same thing like with the NFL. He leveraged, him being part of that NFL the entertainment division department, and you see how he was able to bring, you know, big numbers with that, as far as using like Kendrick Lamar and all these Rihanna's and all them. He was basically trying to leverage that same type of deal with them, with the committee, to get that casino, basically saying that's the type of numbers that they could bring. But that shit ain't, them people wasn't feeling that, bro. That's why they ain't passed that shit. Them people was seeing, the people in that area, they was not feeling that shit. The businessmen in that area, the politicians and all that shit, they wasn't having that. They wasn't
That's
having it.
good.
You know what I mean? They
I'm
wasn't
gonna be
having
honest
it.
with you. I hate them fucking casinos.
Yeah, that shit just
I
drain money
do.
out of the people.
That's all it does.
That's all it does, is drain money out of the people.
And people just so gullible and fall for that shit. Like the house always wins at the end. They always
Yes,
win,
right.
and they using it to launder money and shit and human trafficking and all of that.
Yeah.
I honestly hate that shit, bro.
That's
I
all.
really
That's
do.
right. Yo, we gotta get into this Prince Andrew topic, man. We gonna get into a quick commercial break, real quick. This
Let's
video
get
is
it.
sponsored by 90dayherbals.com. Let's get into this quick commercial, and then we gonna be right back. We gotta get into this Prince Andrew being exiled from from the royal family.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
Yeah, make sure y'all check us out. The link is in the description of this video and pinned to the top. Make sure y'all take advantage of the sale too. Spend $50 or more. Get 40% off on the gummies and CBD smokes. Check us out, 90dayherbals.com. All right, we gotta get into this, man. We gotta get into the Prince Andrew shit, bro. Because we told y'all they gonna start rolling these names out from this Epstein shit. From this Epstein
All right, so he's a client.
situation.
He's on the client list. I mean, they rolling
You on
his
that
names
client?
out.
Hell yeah.
That
Hell,
means he's part
goddamn
of the
right he on
client
that
list.
client list. Goddamn right he on that client list.
So that means it's a lot
Hell
more
yeah.
names. It's more than just Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Why they just focused on
Fact.
Prince Andrew? What about all the other motherfuckers that's on there?
See, the woman got a book. One of the women that was a victim got a book coming out, which Prince Andrew was mentioned in that book. Not only that, the email got leaked. An email got leaked from Prince Andrew, basically telling Epstein, we all in this shit together. We basically me and you in this shit together. That's what he was basically telling Epstein in an email, and that was after 2010. That was after he said he separated himself from Epstein in 2010. The email showed shit after that. That email was after that. So that got leaked, and basically after that got leaked, his Charles told that nigga he gotta go, basically. I think his name Charles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles told that nigga he gotta go. You bringing too much heat to the royal family. We gotta exile. Basically, you gotta step down. We gotta exile you, and you got to basically go. You know how they do with the royals when they kick somebody out. You know how they do. They exile their ass, and they end up
Shit, you
going
barely ever
away.
seen that.
Right. Not in this day and age.
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody. Yeah, this
Not in
day and
this day and
age.
age. Right.
Hell nah. I ain't
Well,
never seen nobody get exiled from the house of Windsor.
Windsor. So let's get into this, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share this live stream. Let's get into this, man.
Yesterday, The Sun on Sunday and The Mail on Sunday published details of a secret email that sent shockwaves through the royal family and the world.
The email is damning. I think Prince Andrew is playing the public for fools.
Unshakable evidence the Duke of York lied to the British public.
Was that visit, December of 2010, the only time you saw him after he was convicted?
Yes.
Did you see him or speak to him again? No.
About severing ties with billionaire paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
What this shows is that he brazenly lied when he appeared on Newsnight.
We're talking about him looking at the camera
and lying to the nation and to the world about his relationship with a pedophile.
Revealing worrying details of an intimate relationship.
The email says, "I'm just as concerned for you. Don't worry about me. It would seem that we're in this together."
But most condemning of all is the date.
This email was sent on February the 28th in 2011.
That's just one day after the image was published of Prince Andrew with his arm wrapped around Virginia Giuffre.
Casting serious doubts on his version of events.
Is it possible that you met Virginia Roberts, dined with her, danced with her in Tramp, had sex with her on another date?
Nigga lying.
Is this the final
You
nail
can tell
in the
by his
coffin?
energy that he was lying in that interview.
The consequences for him and for the wider royal family will be like nothing they've ever seen before.
I think this time could be the end for the House of York in
Yeah, they can bring them niggas down. Yeah, it's time for the house to fall. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's time for the house to fall. They've been in power for a long time. Yeah, it's time for them
I'm
to
wondering
go.
how Epstein, who idea was it to expose Epstein in the first place? Because they've been letting this dude operate for all these years. All of a sudden now they busting him. Like, what's going on for that to even happen? For his name to even leak to the public like that, in that type of light, and the establishment knew he was operating like that and wasn't doing nothing about it. In fact, a lot of the establishment was helping him operate. That's why that client list didn't get leaked.
Because his mission was to just go and blackmail, basically get dirt on the high level officials and people like that could basically get dirt on them so they could be blackmailed and they basically be used to to push certain policies through, certain agendas and shit. So his mission was just to go and get them in uncompromising positions and get dirt on them. That's basically was Epstein's mission.
So you honestly think that the royal family didn't already know that Prince?
Yeah, they already knew that, but
with Epstein.
Nah, they already
As
knew
well
it,
as
but
MI6 and all
it
them
wasn't
motherfuckers.
it wasn't supposed to get out though, because they was only getting blackmailed so basically so they can get used. Prince Andrew was just a pawn, basically, and they was just gonna use him, get dirt on him, and then use him again, basically use the royal family pretty much. Because
Damn,
if
that's
it's Prince
crazy to hear.
if it's Prince Andrew, then it's the royal
As
family.
pawn,
Period.
that's crazy.
Yeah, he a pawn.
One of
Hell
the
yeah.
royals, they using one of the royals. You
Hell
usually
yeah.
think that the royals be using people
Yeah,
as
but nope.
pawns, not
Nah.
them being used. So it must be something big going on at the
Yeah,
top.
something big
For this
going on.
motherfucker Epstein to get leaked and Prince Andrew name to be put out there, and him to get exiled. Because you gotta think about it. These people are never mentioned in the media.
No.
Never, because a lot of times the motherfuckers that run the media be working with these individuals.
There's a big
Some of
shift
them
happening.
motherfuckers is on the client list.
Yeah, it's a big shift happening, and certain individuals are basically in a way of certain decisions being made. So
what's gonna be done about it is my thing. Like, all right, everybody, the public
well, we
knows
know
that
he
these
ain't gonna
dudes
get
are pedos, and they
well,
know
we
that.
ain't, yeah, well, we know he ain't gonna get put to death, but he being exiled by the royal family because they don't want the heat. They basically just don't want the heat brung on them. But
Bro,
it's
he
too
get
damn late.
exiled, but the regular Joe Schmo down the street that did the same thing gets locked up.
Yeah.
Shit, not even just the regular Joe Schmo. Niggas like R. Kelly and Diddy gets jail time. But Prince Andrew
Not
just
Prince
get
Andrew.
exiled. He
Yep.
get exiled from his duties, but he still get to remain rich and still live a luxurious lifestyle. Because he's exiled, he's still gonna have access to the money and all of that. So he and his freedom. So what is that? Oh, he's exiled from his duties as a royal. What the fuck do they do anyway? The royal family don't do shit.
Rob from the people.
What is his duties? What are the duties of the royal family? If anybody in here from England, from the UK, could y'all please explain to me what the fuck the royals' duty is? Like, what do they do? Because I don't think they do anything. but just collect money.
They just rob from the people. That's it.
What the fuck they do? I don't think they do nothing.
They don't do shit.
About Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew being made from beyond the grave by Australian woman Virginia Giuffre.
The posthumous memoir is about to be published and explosive extracts have already been released. They reveal just how much she claims she was paid to have sex with the prince.
Months after taking her own life, Virginia Giuffre is seeking justice from the grave.
Virginia Giuffre recounts the moments she first crossed paths with Jeffrey Epstein.
Virginia Giuffre said she was paid $15,000 to service Prince Andrew.
How much more disgust and disgrace can he bring to the royal family?
He's unraveling over all of this.
Excerpts of her posthumous memoir have dropped days before its release. They include disturbing new claims about her time with pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, and Prince Andrew, who she claimed sexually assaulted her in 2001. In the years since, I've thought a lot about how he behaved, she wrote. He was friendly enough, but still entitled, as if he believed having sex with me was his birthright. The memoir details their first meeting and introduction by Ghislaine Maxwell. She writes he correctly guessed her age, 17, and told her, "My daughters are just a little younger than you." Maxwell joking, "I guess we'll have to trade her in soon." She goes on to describe how Epstein took a now famous photo of her with the Duke before they went to a nightclub where she claimed Andrew was a bumbling dancer and sweated profusely. Maxwell then instructed her, "When we get home, you are to do for Andrew what you do for Jeffrey." Giuffre says Epstein gave her $15,000 for servicing the man the tabloids called Randy Andy. He's always denied it.
I have no recollection of ever meeting or being
tell
in
he
company
lying.
or
Look
the
at him.
presence.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you.
No.
Including in this disastrous
tell that man
2019 interview.
She was disgusted by that interview.
Cocaine
Felt that he wasn't able to really hold his own during that interview. And she said, you know, I think that interview in itself just shows he's not even able to properly defend himself.
Giuffre recalls two other alleged encounters with
'Cause he's not
Andrew,
used to
one
having
at
to defend
Epstein's
himself.
townhouse in New York, the other on his infamous private island. The book is the first time she's spoken publicly about the prince since the pair reached a financial settlement in 2022, one that likely included an agreement to remain silent.
The reason that there was even a settlement to begin with is that if there wasn't a settlement, it would have gone to a place of discovery. Okay, and so the reason, in my belief, and I believe my sister's belief, was because if we were to enter into that discovery, that he would have been exposed.
The memoir goes back further, revealing the life-altering moment the teenager first crossed paths with Maxwell, approached by the quote apex predator as she walked to work at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, then manipulated to Epstein's nearby mansion to give him a massage that turned into an unwanted sexual encounter. Only later would I see how, step by practice step, the two of them were breaking down my defences. Every time I felt a twinge of discomfort, one glance at Maxwell told me I was overreacting. And so it went for about half an hour, a seemingly legitimate massage lesson. She then writes that Epstein and Maxwell began lending her out to their friends. Her then boss, Donald Trump, denies any prior knowledge of his former friend's crimes, saying he banned Epstein from his club because he, quote, stole young women, including Giuffre, who worked at the spa.
He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever.
Virginia writes that Trump couldn't have been friendlier and helped her secure babysitting work for wealthy clients.
I think he has a lot more questions to answer.
The full book will be released in 5 days.
But her story is not over. We will continue her legacy, and we will not back down until justice is served.
See, they made sure they got his ass up out of there before that book dropped too. You know what I mean? because they knew his ass was gonna be in that joint, so they wanted to make sure his ass stepped down before that book even came out. You know, they gonna roll out more names. They gonna roll out more names from the
So they
Epstein
said that
case.
this woman who put this memoir out committed suicide. How many of y'all actually believe she committed suicide? I wonder if MI6 assisted with that. Because you
Right.
know
To help her.
MI6 work closely with the royal family.
Right.
Cause shit, they work for the royal family, and then, you know, I know the shit in that book was probably accurate because he believed it was his birthright that to sleep with her. And
Right.
that's the same shit that's
That's
the
the
mindset that the
mindset.
motherfuckers is on, because they
Yeah.
think it's their birthright to enslave humanity, and
Right.
everybody kick up taxes to them for what? What the fuck y'all do? Why everybody should kick up taxes to them? Like, why? Like, in 2025, why should anybody still be kicking up taxes to the fucking royal family over there in the UK or anywhere else in the world? Who are they? At this point, who the fuck is anybody to be kicking money up to in the form of taxes? At this point, all this corrupt shit going on. Who
There's a
are
lot of
any
shit.
who are any of these? Even the fucking IRS, the U.S. government. Who the fuck is to be kicking up taxes to any of these corrupt assholes? Why is anybody giving them tax dollars and they just go and they do corrupt shit with it? Like, why anybody giving up their money to them? This is
Because they pretty much use you know,
his birthright.
enforcement.
Your
They
birthright.
use enforcement to do it.
Well, it's my birthright to keep my money in my pocket. That's my birthright. The fuck? Birthrights. It's
Yep.
his
So
birthright.
so Prince Andrew is on it, basically getting. They want his ass up out of there. And you know, when they exile them, all they do is probably
All
go
motherfuckers
to
out of
another
there.
country. All they do is go to another country, continue to do the same shit. Same thing with the
Yeah.
Catholic priests. When the Catholic priests get caught in
Oh,
in a
man.
sex trafficking or human trafficking or in pedophile type of you know, case, what they do? They don't go to jail. They just move them Catholic priests to another domain and they continue to do the same shit.
And they more powerful than the fucking royal family.
They more powerful than the royal family. Yeah, royal family. Yeah. So
Shit, the royal family
you
gotta
see,
kick up to them motherfuckers.
yeah. So you see
Over
the
there at
type
the Vatican, the gray pope, the black pope,
the
the white
black pope
pope,
and all.
all
Yeah,
the motherfuckers. The
yeah.
public knows
So
what's going on now. Now it's just about what the public gonna do about it.
public
Before
ain't
this
doing shit.
information was buried, but now we all know how corrupt and wicked all these motherfuckers are. All these royal families, these banking individuals, these fucking presidents, and all of them, these prime ministers, all of them are wicked, corrupt. All they do is take, and they don't give shit back. That's all they do is take. And people still praise these motherfuckers. People still vote.
I don't think people pray. I don't think people pray.
Bro.
It's just people just fucking just
I can't
naive.
take this shit no more.
People just naive to this shit.
I'm getting
That's
tired of
what it
sitting
is.
back watching these motherfuckers just take advantage like this, and everybody's okay with it. And people can say they're not okay with it, but your actions prove otherwise. It's billions of us, and only you'll be lucky if it's 100,000
But
of
it
them.
ain't. But they gotta think about it. It ain't no us because they keep people separated in these fucking groups.
Well, then I guess
You know what I
we the
mean?
fucking
They just
idiots.
label.
That's why they
They
gonna
just
keep getting
label.
away with it.
They just label people. You know what I mean? Like people just under these fucking labels.
I guess they gonna keep getting away with it then, since we want to be the
They still getting
idiots
away
being
with it.
divided
Yeah.
amongst each other, while they
Only
just keep
thing
taking
they can't get away with it from God, but they can get away with it from fucking humans.
They believe they could get it. They say it's their birthright, so they believe that God is the one that put them in power. And maybe so. Maybe so. God put them in power to punish us because we too fucking idiotic and too divided to even go stand against them. Maybe
Right.
this is a test for the people to stand up and do
Let's
something
pull
about
this
it,
up.
rather than sitting back watching these wicked motherfuckers take advantage of us. Maybe we're failing the test as a collective. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe we all fell in the test, y'all. Because we are letting these wicked. Now the world knows how wicked all these people are.
Some of
and
Prince
we still
Andrew
paying them taxes. We still voting them in. And the royal family, I don't know who the fuck voted them in. Nobody.
Nah, they ain't
That's a
voted anything.
completely
They
different story over there.
They wasn't voted in. They basically just
took said,
it over. Yeah,
God
took it
gave us a
over.
divine right.
Yeah.
royal trappings now falling away. Still a prince, but he won't use his title Duke of York anymore, and he'll give up membership of the Order of the Garter, bestowed on him by the late Queen. One of his last appearances in public was here at the funeral of the Duchess of Kent, still very much part of the royal family and sharing what appeared to be strained exchanges. King Charles and Prince William thought to be pivotal in this latest decision.
They all need to get up out of
Prince William would have been all over this, and of course to protect the position of the king. So it's significant in as much as it reveals the palace's attitude to Prince Andrew, that is enough, and now they have gone as far as they can in cutting him adrift.
So why now? Well, the last few years have seen a series of scandals for Prince Andrew, but then recent emails appear to show he'd written to Epstein after that time, claiming they were in this together and saying to stay in touch. But also questions over his finances and links to an alleged Chinese spy who was said to have become a confidant. It was also reported he'd held meetings with a member of China's ruling Politburo multiple times, the same individual that was suspected of being the recipient of sensitive information passed to China. Allegations the Chinese deny. And next week sees the publication of a posthumous memoir by the woman Prince Andrew claimed not to know.
I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened.
Virginia Giuffre, who accused Andrew of having sex with her 3 times from when she was 17, alleging the prince behaved as though sex with her was his birthright. Although Andrew denies any liability, he settled a civil case with Giuffre for a reported £12 million. Many critics, including Virginia Giuffre's brother, say he shouldn't be a prince either, including in this interview today with ITV News.
I first want to commend the king, and I want to commend the UK for taking some action. It is, while it may not be enough in a lot of ways that the survivors view it, it's still a lot more than what we've been given from our own government here, even though we possess the Epstein files, quote unquote. Now, for the king, I think there's more that he could do. I think he could also, for at least from the people that I've discussed it with that are UK correspondents, that he does have the ability to strip him even further of the prince title, which we would call upon. I would also call for the king and other world leaders to put more pressure on the US government to release the files. I know his brother may be implicated in these, and I get that's a big decision, but it's also the right thing to do.
In a statement, Prince Andrew said, "In discussion with the King and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded the continued accusations about me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honours which have been conferred upon me. As I've said previously, I vigorously deny the accusations against me." It's not just Andrew who'll be impacted by this. His ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, who he still lives with, will no longer use the title of Duchess of York either. Several charities have already severed ties with her, but his daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, will still be princesses. And he can still live here in Windsor, continuing to live at Royal Lodge, at least for now, a large property on the wider estate surrounding Windsor Castle, although it's thought he won't be allowed to attend the annual Royal Christmas get-together at Sandringham. Ultimately, Prince Andrew's image is at odds with that the royal family is now trying to project. And 67% of Britons are in favour of stripping Andrew of his titles, according to a recent poll by YouGov.
I think he should definitely take as little to do with the royal family as possible, because he let them down badly with his connection.
Yeah, I think it's about time. I think he's embarrassed himself enough, to be honest. So, yeah, good riddance.
I think he's an embarrassment to the royal family. So, but I think he was heavily protected by the Queen, being the favourite son. So, yeah.
This is a personal humiliation for Andrew, for sure. But on a grander scale, losing a couple of titles perhaps pales into insignificance compared with the continued fallout from the prince's problems, which simply refuse to go away.
Well, joining me now is the historian Andrew Loney, whose latest book is...
Yeah,
know
they
what I
protected the
realized?
shit out that nigga.
You
Go
know what
ahead.
I realized? None of this Epstein shit came out until after the Queen died.
Yeah, right. She was protecting him the
It
whole
came
time.
out in the early. It came out in the mid 2000s, but when the whole world started to hear about it was after the Queen died.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, this Epstein shit became extremely big. Like
Yeah,
I feel
because
like the
with
whole
him,
world changed.
yeah, right.
And she just happened to die during COVID. I think she died during COVID, and then that's what sparked the COVID shit. Because you gotta realize these royals been running the world. The ones who's running the world is these motherfucking this royal family here. The banking cartels. When I say the bank, I'm talking about the central banks, the Rothschilds and all them motherfuckers, and the Vatican. And the Vatican. That's who's running everything. The Vatican, the royals, and the banking cartels. That's who's running the world.
Yeah, that's
As simple as that. That's who's running the world.
Yeah, that's the three. That's the trifecta. That's the three major entities that's got control of the world.
Facts. Facts.
Even more over our goddamn government.
But they're losing their power though.
Well, that's obviously that the empire has to fall because you see a lot of names coming out that we never seen, a lot of shit coming out in the media we never seen come out before. And it's so much that a lot of that shit can't even be hidden no more.
Exactly.
It can't be hidden no more. So everything in the dark is coming to a light, is coming to the surface.
Everybody want to know
Everything that's been suppressed, everything that's been suppressed is coming to the surface.
Facts. Everybody want to know who they. When motherfuckers be like they. Well, we telling you who they are.
Well, we see who
these
they
royal
are.
motherfuckers right here. The banking cartel. I'm talking about the ones who runs the central banks. That's the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and the motherfucking Vatican.
And Vatican.
And when I say the Vatican, I'm talking about the families behind the Vatican. The families behind that runs the Vatican. See, you got the Vatican that everybody see, but then you got the motherfuckers, the old families from all the way back from the old original Renaissance, way back in the day, like Medici, the Borgia, and all them motherfuckers. They the ones that's running everything. They've been running everything for centuries now. Centuries. They the motherfuckers that sent Christopher Columbus over here. That's how far back this go. Even before that.
Yeah, I'm about to say even before that. Yeah.
Even before that.
We talking about the dark ages.
You know what I'm saying?
Even the motherfuckers
I'm letting them know that they was even around.
Yeah, during the Knights Templars and shit.
The Knights Templars, that was around the 1700s.
Yeah.
So
the
Christopher Columbus shit was the 1400s. So they've been running shit. They've been running shit.
And then Israel's tied into this shit too. So
oh well, they just that's just baby America right there.
Right.
Israel just baby America, bro.
Right. Rome is, Rome had them in had them motherfuckers in captivity.
I mean, technically it's a Babylonian. Technically it's a Babylonian style system, bro.
Yeah, and Rome still under Rome Empire and shit. Still under the Roman calendar, all that shit. So
well, even the Roman Empire is still a baby of the Babylonians. So really, it's Babylon still.
Yeah, it's all Babylon.
The Roman Empire is literally the fucking babies of Babylon. Like it goes back that far. All a wickedness has been exposed, and we still putting up with this shit.
Well, it's coming to a head. It's not everything. It's not going to happen with one big bang. It's a process that's happening. So, it goes through a whole type of process that and everything that's in the dark is being exposed. It's being brought to the surface, and that shit going. It is definitely going to get dealt with. It is. It's going to get dealt with.
Even though it took centuries, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a process that happens. Yeah,
It took
right.
centuries.
It happens gradually. It's not like it happens all at once. It's a gradual thing. So everything that's happening is like even when you read hit throughout history, a lot of that shit that took place wasn't like one big catastrophic event. A lot of that shit happened gradually. It's a gradual thing. So a lot of this shit that we seeing now coming out in the media is just a prime example, and it's just results of shit being exposed and things coming to the light. So we're gonna start seeing a lot more names. It ain't gonna be just Prince Andrew and all that shit. You're gonna see a lot of people that we never thought that was gonna fall was gonna take that fall. Wow, you're gonna see a
Yeah,
lot.
but Prince Andrew ain't really fell though. They just exiling him from his royal duties. He
Yeah,
ain't going to jail. He ain't going to jail like Diddy and R. Kelly.
yeah, but that's still yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm
That's true
saying?
too. But
Like he still get to live in luxury. Yeah, he's exiled from his duties. He ain't do shit anyway. He just can't use
damn
his
sure did.
title. He just can't use his title wherever he go. Like, who gives a shit? You don't even need a title if you worth as much money as them.
Yeah, but just having that stain on you in the public, you know what I mean, put
Man,
that,
fuck
you know what I
that. He
mean.
needs to go to jail.
But
Yeah,
that's
he
for
needs
them.
to have the stain
Yeah,
and go to jail.
right. That's
If
for them
R.
over there
Kelly
to
in
deal
there,
with it.
if R. Kelly in there, bro, Prince Andrew need to be in there. Fuck it.
But
Let's
that's
be
UK.
real.
That's UK duties to handle that. Yeah, I don't understand how he's still able to, sleep with underage girls
Nah,
and come out in the
that's just
public
not
and then.
UK duties. He did that shit over here.
So I don't understand why. I don't understand how they so above the law that they don't go to jail for
They don't go to jail, bro.
sleeping with underage girls and shit.
Diddy's in
Underage
jail and
girls.
he didn't even get
He was
locked
in
up for sleeping with
prostitution.
underage. Yeah,
Yeah, he was just hiring prostitutes. That's it.
exactly. That's what he got locked up for. But
Flying
this
in
dude get
prostitute. He got locked up for flying in prostitutes.
right. But this dude just get exiled and still get to live a life of luxury. Man,
And
get
I
the fuck
believe
out
so.
of here, bro.
His mama protected him the whole time. He was already. You know what I mean? That shit was already known to them, but she protected him the whole time. She protected all of them the whole time. Now you see how shit just falling apart after she died over there. You see how that shit falling apart though. But she was like the people don't even view them the same anymore. Like people don't look at them royals over there the same anymore.
Bro, they haven't been looking at them the same for
Yeah,
years and years now.
they're not
So
looking at them the
the
same
people over
anymore.
there in the UK don't respect those royals like that.
Nah,
Only
they
the
might have
ones who still brainwashed.
right. They might have still had a little respect for the queen when she was alive. But other than that, yeah, a lot of that shit start dying down. Like people just don't look at them the same. And it kind of like they start losing power, tell you the truth. They start losing power.
I'm mad at the general public for us still allowing them to operate. Period.
Shit.
Period. We no way we still this brainwashed with all this information out here.
But what's up with all that marching shit the day they was doing for all that march that stupid ass marching shit? Like they had everybody in the country marching against MAGA and shit. Like
They ain't
why
have
ain't
everybody.
it, it was millions of
I
people
know
though.
shit.
Like I
I
think it
wasn't
was
out there with no fucking
nah,
marching for that.
it was millions of people out there marching today though. Millions out there in different states just marching and shit. And I'm
That
like,
shit
all right,
ain't gonna do
I was about
nothing.
to say like what is this shit really gonna do? I mean, like it's crazy how they able to manipulate this shit and have people out there, exerting their energy for shit that don't even matter.
Exactly.
So how I don't understand how do people come together and march for shit that don't matter But when it comes to actually taking real action against some shit, the people just be so divided on it. Like I don't understand that shit, bro. I just don't understand it. It's like the media still got that much power where they can have people out there protesting in every state, damn near every state against a goddamn MAGA. What about the goddamn chemicals and the poison? Like you would think people be marching in droves, be like, listen, we tired of being poisoned. My mama just died from cancer. My aunt just died from cancer. We don't want this shit no more. Like you would think people be marching in droves for that shit. Shit that's directly affecting us every day. Like directly.
Well, the shit
But
that
people will go
affect us
out there,
every day, they
yeah,
desensitized to it
they
because we was born
desensitized
in
to
it.
it and
We
they
was born
suppress it.
in it.
Yeah, you would think people would be more upset about shit like that. But
That's because we're brainwashed and we're programmed.
this shit be crazy. I'm like, damn, they was able to get millions of people to march against goddamn MAGA. I'm like, that shit. I'm like, that shit don't even matter. They still gonna operate the same. The best way to hit these motherfuckers is they pockets. When you start saying no to certain corporations and buying certain products from these corporations, the same corporation that's lobbying these damn politicians, then that's what's gonna hurt them the most. Not out
Right,
there
right,
marching and
right.
shit is gonna do nothing but give your energy to them motherfuckers. Like that's you just giving your energy to them by doing that. They feed off shit like that. You
They
out there
love it.
marching it, yeah, you
They
out there
love it.
marching in droves. They feed off that
Yeah, they have motherfuckers out there like
because
Soros assistant.
yeah, because you gotta think about the mainstream media pushes that, and people go out there and march based off the how the media pushes certain information, right? But if that was millions of people marching in droves, that's going against the script,
On
then
their
then
own
they
accord, right?
right, yeah, then they gonna have a problem. But people only going out there because they being told to go the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying? So they able to keep that under control because it's part of the script. People going out there march just did that shit. The demonstration they did today is part of the script. Mainstream media said go out there and march in droves and shit, and people went out there and marched in droves against goddamn MAGA. But if people was marching in droves against the shit that they telling people to do, they have a problem. They be like,
Bro,
oh,
most
this,
of these
you know what I mean?
marches and protests are state sponsored behind the scenes.
Exactly. That's what I'm
They
saying.
always behind the scenes set up by the government because it gives people an outlet to make them think that we're doing something about the problems. But really, they really behind it because they control all sides. That's how they
like
keep
like
power.
like George Soros is a prime example of that. Him able to you know control certain protests and shit. Able to fund both sides of the protest.
Exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. When the real Black Panthers was out there marching, that's the government got real antsy with that. They didn't
Yeah,
like
cause it
that shit. That's when
yeah,
they
cause
started
it
sending federal agents in to start doing COINTELPRO and all that bullshit.
yeah, cause it went against the script. It
Right.
wasn't part of the script. That's what I'm
Facts.
saying. So if you got a grassroots movement moving up and it's not part of their operation, yeah, they're gonna send in COINTELPROs to go ahead and break that shit up and get intel on that organization. They able to infiltrate them organizations, and they just use money and finance. They just use finances to do it. They can't. Yeah, so that when I seen that shit today, I'm like, all these people out here marching for what? This shit ain't really gonna do nothing because this is. I'm looking at it like this is part of the script. Like with the Black Lives Matter shit, that wasn't them with the George Floyd marches and shit. That shit wasn't grassroots. That shit was orchestrated.
By the state.
Yeah, like that shit was government sponsored.
What about the Million Man March? I feel like that shit was
Government sponsored.
government sponsored.
That shit was sponsored, man.
That's why they like. What did the Million Man March? What did that shit accomplish? Nothing.
That shit was
Niggas is still
sponsored.
in the same boat.
Civil rights movement was sponsored. We just showed y'all the other week. Martin Luther King up there taking pictures with the Rothschilds and all that shit at the Nobel Peace Prize
And
and
they
all
was
that
funding
shit.
them niggas.
I'm
That's
like,
why.
they funded Rothschild funded that whole civil rights shit, and they funded the KKK. They funded both sides of the war.
They damn sure did. Yep, the Rothschilds was behind the scene funding the KKK and the civil rights movement
And the civil rights movement,
and the
bro.
Nazi
Like,
party
right.
and the Nazi party. They was funding all that shit, y'all. See, they fund all of it so they could control it, because whoever got the funds, that's who control everything.
And they do
You
it
know,
through the central
and they
bank.
know that.
Right. They do it through them central banks.
Facts.
They control all that shit through the central banks, man. All they do is set up a central bank in each country and basically force them motherfuckers to basically lend them money. So they always owe the goddamn central banks. They always owe the central banks all the time.
And money is the biggest spell that they have on humanity. Because you just think about all the shit that they control with money, because we all accept the money system. So we're all born into it, and we accept this money system. And really, the money ain't shit. It's really the resources. Like the
It's the
raw
resource
resource
system.
that the
Yeah,
earth provides. The
that's
money
the
is
most
just some shit
important.
that's just getting away of that. The money is the middleman.
Yeah, it's middleman. It's go between.
That's what people don't understand. People don't understand how the world works. We just think the world is about fucking money all the time. That's how they getting us. And they always going to get us. This shit ain't never going to change until people change their perception of how this planet really is and how the planet really provides for people without fucking money. The planet provides without money.
But you know
money is the human
it's a scam
construct
where
shit that was created to enslave us.
it's a
We
whole
don't get it yet. We ain't gonna get it until we get that. We always gonna be enslaved, and you're always gonna have brainwashed motherfuckers thinking that's how it's supposed to be, and basically shame you into believing that. Money, 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 money. You got to work 3 or 4 jobs so you can get the money. You got to work hard. You got to do this. You got to get the money. Money, 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 money. Money for what? You use the money to buy resources that the earth provide for free. We're fucking dumb, y'all. We're idiots. We're like the human race. We're the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. The animals are smarter than us. The animals know that the earth provides for it. We the only ones that's money crazy. We only ones that's paying for the human species is the only motherfuckers that's paying rent and mortgage. All the other species are living here for free. We are dumb. That's why that's why the bankers and the royals, that's why they look down on us. They look down on us because they know they got us through this fake ass monetary system, and then they make us believe that there's not enough resources to go around.
They create scarcity.
We're dumb. We're dumb as fuck.
They create scarcity.
We're dumb. Like humans are dumb. Look, somebody in there right there. Here we go with the screaming instead of listening to the message. That's why we fucking dumb. Like you don't hear the message. All you care about is the outside shit, like the shit that don't matter. Instead of listening to the message. That's why we are fucking dumb. We're never going to get out of this. They always going to enslave us. Because we don't never change the way our mind works and how this fucking planet really works.
Well, you know what? That's up to the people. That's up to each individual to figure that shit out for themselves. I don't even think it's a group thing no more. It ain't even fuck about it. It ain't about a fucking group.
Well, we're done. We're
It's
done.
It's about each individual waking their ass up.
They won. Because motherfuckers still out here. I got to get this money, man. 3 or 4 jobs in. Your side hustles. Yeah, got to get this money. Yeah, I ain't fucking with no nigga unless he got that money. Money, 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 money. Everybody's about money. Everybody's about money. And
Unfortunately, we live in a marketplace. This the marketplace. This the marketplace we all we all agreed upon. That's why it's happening, because we all agreed upon this marketplace. Because if it wasn't so, then it wouldn't be. We as a collective agreed upon this shit.
That's why we're fucking dumb.
Yeah, I mean, we agreed
Because we
upon this
agreed
game.
upon it
This
rather
money
than
game,
realizing that the
this
earth
money,
provides
because
for
it's a money
free.
game. Yeah, it became a game. It became a game. That's what happened.
That's all it is.
This
It's a
shit
game.
became like a competitive sport. To
You
see who
know
can
it's a
race to get the
game.
money. You know what I mean?
You know
That's
it's a
what
game
happened.
when there's more empty houses out here than homeless folks. Why not just put those homeless folks in those houses? Instead, we rather keep playing the game. No, a person that's
Yeah,
freezing to death,
it's the
freezing
game.
his ass off outside, shouldn't be able to live in a warm house because he's not playing the game right.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
These
It's created a
corporations throw
game.
away tons and tons of food and supplies that's actually being made with manpower, people putting in hours of work to make these supplies and these products, and they just get thrown away in the dumpster when the expiration date is on there. Like, that goes to it is a game. It's a really bad game.
Yeah, it's a game.
And we still playing this game. We still playing this game. We are dumb as fuck. I don't care what nobody say. It's the real. Who cares how the message is being delivered? If you don't understand the message, you're just as dumb as the rest of us. You're focusing on the messenger and not the message. That's why we all dumb as fuck, and we all keep getting taken advantage of. Because we not getting it.
Yeah,
we're not getting it.
Yeah, it's a game, bro. It's a game.
It is a game. It's a really bad game.
It's like when
and the general public is out here suffering, but people still out here fronting
it's
like
all
they're
on
not.
paper. Like when man explained that all this shit that it's a paper game, basically. Everything is all on paper. He tax everything up to kazoo. Yeah, this shit is a whole goddamn pyramid scheme.
Terrible. It's terrible, bro.
They got people out here working hard as hell and get taxed up to kazoo.
Yep.
Government shut down. Like government, as we speak right now, is shut down.
And they don't even need your tax money because they print the money up infinitely. They only tax you just so you won't never get ahead.
It's just digitally typed in the system now.
Exactly.
They can type any number in the system they want.
Y'all actually think the government needs y'all? Y'all actually think the government needs y'all tax dollars? The taxes are only there to keep you from becoming generationally rich. They don't want you to have generational wealth.
Yeah,
they don't want you to have generational wealth. So
right.
they're gonna make sure the taxes are always in place.
Now how you think they're gonna tax this? Because they definitely gonna tax this new financial system.
That's just gonna be taxed in real time. You're done.
Yeah. The cryptocurrency is definitely going. They right now. That's what they figuring out how to regulate it. Once the regulations come into play, that's when, that's what basically what they doing now is figuring out how they gonna regulate it.
We dumb as fuck on this planet.
It's
man.
not a tax.
The animals are smart. The animals are intelligent. Animals are way more intelligent than us humans.
Right, but then
I'm just being real.
But then again, a lot of the habitat and shit is being tampered with
by humans.
A lot of the habitat is being tampered with by the humans. So that's another this shit crazy. It's a whole pyramid scheme. Yes, this shit is a game, man. This shit is a game. This shit is straight money game. Monopoly. This shit is Monopoly, basically. That's what the whole fucking Monopoly game represent. The whole marketplace.
Yep, dumbed down by design. Facts.
Yeah, that's definitely design.
We dumbed down by design. Hell yeah.
All they do is use our school, the education system, to dumb us the fuck down. That's all they did was use the education system to dumb us down. Yep, that's what happened.
YRNJ say they putting telomere caps on our DNA to keep us aging quicker. Yeah, they definitely
But they just do
putting age accelerators in all of our food and water.
Yeah, they just put
And
that shit in the
that's the
food, right?
processed foods.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
just put that
process.
shit in
That's
the
the
food.
ultra processed shit that they feeding us.
When
That's
you
aging us fastly.
listen, when you
Fast.
start seeing 12-year-old with full women boobs and shit like that's all hormones and processed food and shit like that. That's making making us age faster.
Hell
They
yeah.
put that type of shit in the food
Hell
to age
yeah.
us faster.
And the food and the
Because
water,
it's all
everything
because
else.
they need population control because they feel like it's too many people on the planet because they can't control 7 billion people. So they gonna do whatever they need to do to keep the population and control agenda going.
And the pharmaceuticals are aging us.
You know what I'm saying?
All them fucking
Yeah.
pills that they putting us on is damaging all of our major organs. Taking all those medications and shit that they give us constantly is doing major damage to all of our organs. It is.
Right.
It's
Yeah, they
aging the
definitely.
fuck out of us. It's all
Yeah,
by design.
they definitely. Yeah, hell yeah, they definitely doing putting that shit in the food. I mean,
It's
that's
the
the only way.
chemicals in the food and the
Yeah, that's the
water,
only
the
way they even.
medications.
Yeah, that's the only way they able to speed up the process is by putting this shit in the food. Because you got to realize they got to attack something that we have to depend on to live every day.
Right. Right.
So the easier way to slow kill people is just put the shit in the food,
And
put
in
it
our
in the
water,
medication.
our water
Yeah, the
supply.
water supply,
Because
the
you can't even
medication.
drink fucking water out of your sink. The shit is the water that's coming out of our sink is too tainted to even drink.
Just can't even drink it.
Can't even drink that shit.
Could barely even wash your dishes and that shit.
Exactly.
None of that. You need filters on every damn thing. And the filters really only suppress the chemicals, as much as possible. They don't really fully get it out 100%.
And as we going by this money system, they fucked up $300 trillion of our money, $30 trillion of our
30
money.
trillion, yeah.
They fucked up $30 trillion of our money, and we still paying them taxes. How does that make sense? You can't tell me that we ain't dumb.
Yeah, I think
You can't tell me that we ain't dumbed down.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna become a time where people ain't gonna even be paying taxes no more because they can't even afford to pay that shit.
Bro, they fucked up 30 trillion. We $30 trillion in debt. If somebody fuck your money up like that, you gonna keep giving them your money to manage?
30,
How you gonna keep giving people your money to manage and they fucked
like
it up that bad?
Trillion.
30 something trillion, bro. Like I can't
like
even fathom those types of numbers.
37. Yeah, after
how
that,
we still
it
paying taxes to people who fucked up our money that bad?
Yeah, I don't even think you can even get out of the
I
hole.
want to ask the tax man that.
I don't even
Next time
think
the tax man is up your ass, ask him that.
I think they just
30 trillion in debt. Why should I keep giving you money?
Gonna have to wipe the debt. They just gonna have to reset that shit completely because I don't even think that 36 trillion can't even be paid back. They might as well hit the reset button.
They can't blame it on us because we don't even see it. They take the money right out of your check. So they can't say that we fucked it up. So when you sit in front of the tax man, he's saying you owe this and owe that. You ask the tax man, why should I keep paying y'all when we 30 trillion in debt? You fucked the money up already. Why should I keep giving you money and you fucked it up? 30 trillion in debt. Like, do y'all see the logic there? Like, that's common sense. Why would you keep giving people your money and they fucking it up? Why would you take your money to somebody that's managing your money and they got you $30 trillion in debt? Think about this. How are we still allowing this?
We ain't even gonna be able to afford that shit no more.
30 trillion, bro.
I don't even
when
think.
we got to the first $1 billion in debt, why did we even allow it? We got to the first $1 billion in debt. Why we still allow them to take our money?
At this point, you can't even keep track of that shit. At this point, it's just out of hand.
30 trillion, bro.
They just gonna have to hit the reset button on that shit.
30 trillion.
Because I don't even think. Yeah, I don't even think. See, they trying to implement this new financial system to take care of that debt, but I don't even know. They might have to just hit the reset button on that shit. They need to say all debt forgiven at this point. Everybody debt. They need to say everybody debt need to be forgiven.
30. I can't get over that
Everybody's debt.
high ass number.
Everybody's debt in the world need to be forgiven at this point. Just say fuck it, reset. Let's start from scratch. Go all the way back to the beginnings. Let's start from scratch. Let's start from zero. Everybody debt forgiven. And
The
just start
tax
the fuck
man
over.
got the audacity to
Yeah.
sit in front of you and audit you, knowing that
Great
they
reset
fucked up
button.
the country's money
Nah,
to the
they gonna
point
have
we
to.
$30 trillion in debt, and they
Nah, they
still
gonna
want
have
to
to hit the
audit
reset.
American citizens.
They gonna have to hit the reset button at this point.
Are
Yeah,
y'all getting that?
I don't even think $37 trillion can be paid back to anything. I think they're just gonna have to hit the reset button and just gonna have to start all over again.
But the audacity to audit an American citizen, and you fucked up $30 trillion of the money, and you still auditing.
And to be honest, if everybody said no, what they gonna do? Lock everybody up? They ain't got enough jail
I
cells to
can't
hold
even
everybody.
comprehend this no
So
more,
everybody
bro.
say fuck this, we ain't paying taxes no more.
I
No,
can't
if
comprehend it no more.
if everybody said we ain't paying taxes no more. If everybody decided to say shit, we ain't paying taxes no more. What the fuck they gonna do? If I tell you the truth, if 2 million people said fuck it, we ain't paying taxes no more, what they gonna do? They ain't got enough jail cells to lock everybody up. What they gonna do?
Bro, we $37 trillion in debt, and we still sending billions of dollars a month over there to Israel and the Ukraine, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
this
not
shit
the
is
Ukraine
crazy,
anymore,
bro.
according to Trump. That was when Biden was in there. But we still sending money to Israel and other places, other countries.
Yeah, the dollar.
Billions. How are we sending
is the
anyone
value.
billions of dollars and we $37 trillion
They
in debt? Where they getting the money
the
from?
stable coins. Yeah, we moving into stable coins. Yeah, the dollar is the value completely. Yeah, that shit ain't even worth. That shit ain't
This
even
don't
worth
even
nothing
make no
like no
sense,
more.
bro. I'm done. We're dumb. We're dumb.
That
It's
shit need
nothing.
to hit. They
Nobody
just need
can
to hit the
argue that,
reset button. Hit the reset button, and let's just go ahead and start all over again at this point.
bro. They should have hit the
'Cause
reset button years ago if there was a reset button. Before we got to 37 trillion, that shit should have been hit.
I don't even think that shit can even be paid back. Like 37
No, it's
trillion.
impossible to pay it
Yeah,
back.
that shit it's a wrap.
The point of the 37 trillion is for American citizens to be enslaved forever.
Yeah, that's
the whole
crazy.
point. They wanted it to reach 37 trillion. Because once you reach 37 trillion, like you said, you can never pay that back. So you're going to be enslaved forever.
Reset.
Your children's children, your children's children, children's children is going to be enslaved to that 37 trillion.
Listen, reset. They need a reset. They need to hit that shit ASAP.
Somebody just said something that makes a lot of sense, and that's their plan. They said right, they can't lock us all up, but once they go crypto, they can just freeze your money when you don't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, that's what they're
And the
gonna
thing
try
is,
to do.
they ain't gonna freeze your money. They could take your money in real time.
Yeah, they just gonna
When
take
it
it
comes to
out.
crypto, the blockchain gives them access to your money in real time. Like they can see all your trend because the blockchain, that's what it does. It gives them access like in seconds. They can just take your money out of your account.
Man,
Oh, you
they
owe
good.
this, you owe that. Boom, 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 boom.
That shit gonna end up causing the war. I'm just beyond civil war. There's gonna be some shit. Something gonna happen where that type of system, bro, is fucking dangerous. That type of system is dangerous. If you could take somebody money in real time, knowing that they depend
In
on
real
that to
time,
survive.
bro.
They depend on that shit to survive, and they take that shit in real time, bro.
It's in real time.
That shit gonna cause outrage. It's gonna be an outrage. I'm telling you.
They can
That
pay
type
you
of
in real time, and they can take it in real time.
that system ain't gonna last. That type of system ain't gonna last.
And then the blockchain is going to be hooked to quantum computer. Quantum computing, that's a whole different game right there. A lot of us are not educated on that. And this enslavement is going to be fucking real. Like we think we enslaved now. Once they come with the digital IDs, the CBDCs, and all that shit, we're done, bro.
People
We're
barely
done.
accepting them IDs now. That real
We're
ID
done.
shit, people are barely accepting that real ID shit now. That's what I'm saying. That type of system is dangerous. I hope they
in the
prepared
wrong
for what the
hands.
fuck gonna come. I hope they prepared for what type of blowback gonna come because of that type of system. That shit is not gonna last.
And that type of system in the right hands of people who are not wicked, that's a great system. Because it keeps everybody honest and it
But
keeps
it
things
can't be the
flowing really
same.
fast. So
Yeah,
I'm not against crypto
yeah,
or
but it
against
can't be the
blockchain.
same money
I'm against
changer.
the wicked motherfuckers that's running it.
Yeah, it can't be these same money changers that that exist now. It
Right.
can't be these same money changers that's running all of the banks now. It can't be these same crooked crony individuals now.
Exactly.
So it might have to be a new breed of people that's
Yeah, crooks like Wells Fargo and JP Morgan. We
yeah,
don't
we
need
don't
them
need
running
them.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need that. So I'm thinking maybe some new bank establishments. See, I even just seen Mr. Beast put in a filing for his own bank and shit. Mr. Beast did. He already filed his paperwork to have his own bank. Then you got Ripple trying to put they paperwork in for their own bank. So it might have to be a new breed of bankers, bro. These old wicked bankers ain't it. These JP Morgans and these Wells Fargos and Wachovias and all these different type entities, yeah, they need to be
Well,
gone.
Wells Fargo is Wachovia.
Yeah, well,
They
yeah,
had to
they need to
change
be
their name to Wells
right.
Fargo because
Fargo,
they were
right,
doing so much corrupt shit as Wachovia that
right.
they changed their name to Wells Fargo just so
Wells
they could
Fargo,
continue their crime, just so they could continue their
Chase,
crimes.
Chase Bank, and all this shit. Yeah, them same bank holders ain't it. You know what I mean, so it's gonna have to be a new breed of bankers out here.
Yeah, this shit is over, y'all, because we
It's that
allowing them to
TD
do this with
Banks.
this.
Yeah.
We allowing them to take advantage of us with this old system. When that blockchain shit come into effect 100%, we're done if we allow these same
See,
motherfuckers to
and
rule
I
over us.
think that
We're
see,
gonna be done.
and I think that's why the war is taking place, like at the covert war at the top is taking place because you gotta think about how how all this shit is changing, right? And you like you say, you still got these JP Morgans and Wells Fargo and Chase Bank and all these motherfuckers in position. But then you got the new cryptocurrency institutions that created this new financial system is putting they filing in to become their own banks, like Ripple trying to become his own bank. So you got to think about all these different new breed of institutions that's coming about, and these old motherfuckers is trying to get a grip on that.
Yeah.
These old entities is trying to get a grip on that shit. So basically, it's like the old guys versus the new guys, really. The technocrats versus the bureaucrats. These old banking motherfuckers versus the new institution bankings. So it's a war going on, bro, and it's a money grab, a power grab to see who gonna be the new leads of this new financial system. And these old motherfuckers is trying to get a grip on that shit too. So I don't know. I just know that $37 trillion in debt shit. That shit ain't gonna be. I don't think that's ever gonna be able to get paid back ever.
But the way they trying
So
to
they gonna.
change the system, that debt ain't even gonna matter because once
Yeah, that
AI
shit ain't
replace
going.
jobs and shit, they gonna just
Yeah,
try to hit everybody with a universal basic income and
yeah, that's
basically
right.
cut the people off from that who
Right,
don't follow their rules. Because they're
right.
gonna be able to monitor everything you do
Social
through the
credit
artificial
score.
intelligence.
Yeah, social credit score and shit.
We
Yeah,
already got cameras on us 24/7. And you see how artificial intelligence work through the cameras when they monitoring. So if the artificial intelligence see you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing that the state don't allow you to do, they could just take the money right out of your
yeah, they can
account in
tag.
real time. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
data and artificial intelligence to do that itself. That's the type
yeah.
system we're headed
Right.
towards.
Yeah, because no humans really gonna be dealing with. It's
And
not enough
people don't believe
manpower
it.
to really deal with that.
People
Well, I
don't
mean,
believe
and then
that
again,
artificial intelligence is going to replace most of the jobs. People still in disbelief for that and think that it's just fake and it ain't going to happen. But that's literally where the industry is going. All
it
these
damn sure
industries
is.
are becoming automated, y'all. They
Yeah, I just
already running full-fledged laboratories and full-fledged corporate offices is being ran by artificial intelligence right now as we speak.
Right. You got a lot of
People ain't getting it. People are
you got
not
a lot of
getting it.
you got a lot of corporations that's partner up with the artificial intelligence agencies so they can, you know, basically put their corporation on autonomous by using these artificial intelligence agencies. So you know they contracted and partner up with a lot of these artificial intelligent fucking corporations. They lining up deals right now. They all in line to get a deal with the goddamn artificial intelligence companies right now. You got the whole entertainment world trying to, you know, ink deals with contracts with the artificial companies. You got agriculture corporations linking up with the artificial intelligence companies. You got the bank and whole financial system linking up with the artificial intelligence companies. So yeah, it's a whole new. We going into a whole new type of motherfucking renaissance, bro.
Right.
We going into a whole new fucking renaissance, bro. Everything on autonomous, man. Everything on auto. Everything on auto. And yo, that type of system is dangerous though, because that shit ain't
It's
100%.
dangerous in the wrong hands
It
for
take
sure.
yeah, but then it makes mistakes though.
Oh, that too.
It makes too many fucking mistakes.
Facts.
So now you gotta worry about AI making a mistake on some shit, and then you gotta be trying to get that mistake corrected. And you could barely even talk to a fucking human right now. You know what I'm saying? So that shit make too many fucking mistakes for AI to be running this shit 100% completely, bro. It's not a system that we could depend on 100% because it's too flawed. It's not perfect. I mean, no system is, but fucking around with AI, it's definitely gonna be a lot of mistakes made.
Walmart is planning within the next 5 years not to hire any more new people because
Yeah, I seen that.
they're going to use artificial intelligence to basically run their companies and their stores.
Yeah.
So they're
Man,
planning on not hiring any more humans, y'all.
yeah, we
That's
might have to
Walmart
do another.
telling you that.
I'm seeing a lot more artificial intelligence ideas springing up. A lot of shit they trying to put into play. So we might have to do another updated live on the artificial intelligence. I'm seeing a lot of other shit that's coming into play. I'm seeing a lot of other shit that's coming into play, bro. I'm like, yo, this shit look crazy. I seen a whole fucking warehouse. Like, I don't know what type of warehouse it was. It was like a whole
Amazon is
was
gonna
it Amazon? Hold on.
start letting it go a lot of people because they're gonna have the robots running their warehouses instead of humans, and they already treat humans like robots anyway. But they just
Crazy.
gonna say fuck it, the humans ain't gonna do as good as a job as an actual humanoid robot because the humanoid robot don't have to take lunch breaks or bathroom
Yeah, I was
breaks.
about I don't have to take breaks. Facts.
And you ain't got to pay them. Once you pay for the robot and the shit, all you paying is for the maintenance of the robot. But you ain't got to keep paying the robot. You know what I'm saying? So they just gonna replace everybody with robots. And people still don't believe that's gonna happen. And once they do that, and then people are like, well, how people gonna work and make money? That's when they gonna have the universal basic income, and everybody get a certain amount of money on their little digital wallets, which are attached to your digital ID. And then if you don't listen to what the state says, then they basically take your money. You won't be able to purchase nothing. You won't be able to do shit if you don't listen to them. And they're gonna be monitoring you. They're gonna monitor everything you say and do through your phone, through your Siri, through your Alexa, through your car, everything through your television. And if they don't like what they hearing, if they don't like what they seeing, the artificial intelligence is automatically gonna take your money.
See, they're gonna have to kill a lot of us to get that shit 100% off the ground. Cause I'm gonna tell you this, that system might work with future. That shit might even work with future generations ahead.
Yeah,
because
I think it's gonna fall
that's too
apart. I don't
intrusive.
think it's
Yeah,
gonna.
that's too
Yeah, I don't think
intrusive
it's gonna
on.
last.
Yeah,
That
that's
type of
too
system
intrusive
never
on the
lasts.
humanity. Period. That's just too intrusive on humanity. Period, bro. That's too much control. Yeah, that's just that type of system is not gonna last.
Well, they
Because
got a plan for that.
humans is not to be controlled, not even meant to be controlled that way. So that shit might backfire. Yeah,
They
like
got a plan for that
yeah,
though.
the nuke everybody if that shit don't
Nah, not nuke.
what?
EMP, electromagnetic pulse, to shut the internet down.
Shut the whole
Shut
system
every
down.
fucking thing
Yeah,
down, send us back to the Stone Age. They be
right.
like, well, we can't control them. If we can't control them
Can't
through the,
control
we ain't gonna
AI,
keep
right?
allowing them. Yeah, we're not gonna keep allowing them access to our technology because that's how they see it. They see it as their technology. So they're like, if we can't enslave them with our technology, we're not gonna let them benefit from it anymore. So
But
we
then
just do we just do a big EMP attack on
but
the
it's
whole
crazy
globe
though
and
because
send us back to the fucking Stone Ages.
they
That's
would
their
have
plan,
to.
bro.
They would
That is
have to do
literally
that
their plan.
because artificial intelligence is learning on its own. It's learning on its own. So it's to the point where artificial intelligence can't even be controlled because it's learning on its own and to act on its own as well. Even though it's programmed by, humans are programming it, it's still learning ways to operate on its own. I'm see like they got self-serving robots that service themselves. Like it's crazy. So I now understand why the artificial intelligence some people was kind of fearing where artificial intelligence is going because
Mm-hmm.
it's learning human behavior and it's learning to operate on its own as well.
Facts.
It's becoming like conscious aware of what the fuck going on,
Right.
which means it's going to be making decisions on its own. And they don't have emotions.
That's dangerous.
Fucking artificial intelligence don't have moral
That's
a
dangerous.
moral a moral compass. It don't know how to make decisions based off of morality. It don't give a fuck about morality.
Right.
You know what
It
I'm
doesn't.
saying? So
It does.
if if artificial intelligence take all your money, they don't give a fuck about how you feel about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If that's what
So
they're programmed to do,
yeah,
that's what it's going to do.
yeah, it's gonna do whatever it's programmed to do. Exactly.
Facts.
So it don't have a morality compass to it at all whatsoever. It don't have emotions or none of that shit.
And the thing is, if we don't accept their system, they do an EMP attack, shut down
They
the
would they would
internet,
have to.
basically. And but that and that's going to set humanity
And
back because that's going to force us to have to learn skills again because a
then
lot of us lost basic living skills. Like we don't know how to live without all this technology right now. A lot of people don't even know how to do shit
I could see them
because
hit.
technology been babying us.
I could see them hitting that because AI is gonna go rogue because it's gonna start acting out on its own.
Right.
And that's where it's gonna
That's
be
their
too
fail
out of
safe.
yeah, it's gonna be too out of control for them to even be able to control that shit. So they're gonna have to hit the switch to shut everything down. Because AI, look, you even see them demonstrating with artificial intelligence now, and that shit be acting all crazy and out of whack.
Right.
Like they ain't gonna be able to control that shit. Us as humanity ain't gonna be able to control that shit when it's acting rogue and it's on its own. Like y'all thinking that Terminator shit is just a movie and for entertainment. Nah, that shit basically showing you that these artificial intelligence become conscious aware and they can start that shit can just start operating on its own. You know what I
Especially
mean?
ASI, artificial super intelligence, because ASI writes its own computer code.
Right.
That's dangerous. When you got artificial, and people still
Yeah.
don't believe that exists. People still
Nah,
don't think.
it exists because
People still don't believe that exists.
Chat GPT is a form of that shit. It start doing that shit. Like there's was studies that Chat GPT started doing some type of weird ass coding on its own. It started doing some weird ass coding on its own that it wasn't even programmed to do. It was acting on its own. You know what I mean? So yeah, nah, that shit definitely gonna happen. That shit definitely gonna happen. Yeah, that shit. Yeah,
Bro,
this
that's
shit is going.
dangerous as hell, bro.
Yeah, that's why that
That type
Godfather
technology is
artificial intelligence dude was
dangerous as hell.
explaining that. Remember, he was explaining that shit on 60 Minutes. That shit is dangerous.
That is If y'all just knew how dangerous that really is, man.
The Google dude stepped down because he knew how dangerous that shit was. He seen what was coming. He was like, and he stepped down. He resigned from that shit because he seen how dangerous that shit was becoming.
Basically, that's like if artificial intelligence want to take you out. They see you walking down the street and actually send a motherfucking Tesla after you.
Yeah.
They could literally hack a Tesla and run you the fuck
run you
over
the
with a
fuck over.
Tesla.
Yeah.
And no human behind it, just artificial intelligence. Just
right.
One day, just feel like that human shouldn't exist anymore. The next thing you know, the shit hack a Tesla. You walking down the street minding your business.
Yeah, to
and
run
the
you the
Tesla
fuck
come
over.
up on the curb and strike you dead, and roll back over you, back up on you twice, and roll over you again. And the AI is monitoring to see if your pulse is still, if your heart is still beating, or there's brain activity right through the camera. And they see, oh, there's still a pulse, there's still brain activity. Let me roll over his ass again.
Yeah, I'm telling you that's a dangerous fucking world
bro.
to live in, bro.
Hell yeah.
And once again, it's gonna be just man against machine.
That's dangerous.
Man against machine, bro. People thinking that Terminator and Matrix was just a fucking movie for our entertainment. Nah, they just showing you the
close as hell
blueprint.
to that, bro.
They just showing you the blueprint.
Oh, and don't forget to show persons of interest.
Right.
Don't forget about that. Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Yeah. You could be driving the car and the AI just hack your shit and run you the fuck off a bridge. Yeah.
Or hack the car and run you over while you walking.
Yeah, or just run you off, or just take over your car completely and just run you off the fucking road. Yeah. That's why I'm saying,
whole goddamn
like, you gotta think about it.
your whole
Artificial intelligence, you can't even trust that shit, bro.
Can't even trust it.
You can't even trust it because it start acting on its own. It can go rogue. You can't even trust it. Putting the world on autonomous, bro. That shit is not to be trusted. That's something that's dangerous, bro. When we let our whole society get ran by artificial intelligence,
might get
that
effed
is fucking dangerous, bro.
Yeah, that might F us up. Yeah, we get effed up, bro.
Yeah, that shit is too dangerous.
Well, we're done. We're done if we allow that to happen.
Yeah, that shit is too dangerous for that to happen. Because you just think about how that shit could malfunction, how it could go rogue and act on its own, all the mistakes it make. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not a system that we could depend on 100%. Now I can see if we was using artificial intelligence to run about 30% of the world, maybe 40% of the world.
Shit, we about there right now.
Yeah, but 100% of the world ran on artificial intelligence. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit is not gonna work out. We humans on the planet as a collective could barely hold the fuck on. Now you think we're gonna have artificial intelligence run everything and then we're gonna be all right? Nah. That shit is crazy, bro. But hey, good luck with that. Hopefully I mean, the future generations got to deal with that shit.
You
know what I mean?
about to say, hopefully we be dead by the time that happen, huh? Nope. They plan on bringing that shit in by 2030.
Yeah, they trying to pull it off by 2030.
You know what I'm saying? They got the technology already ready to go.
They still meeting some type of resistance though, because you still have, certain amount of the population that's still, I look at it as before the what I say, BI, AI, before the internet, after the internet, you still got some of us that been around before the fucking internet.
And they want to put the chip in our brains.
BI,
they want the Neuralink.
Yeah.
They want the Neuralink.
Future's ahead, man. Good luck with that.
They want to hack your brain. The thing is, they got the technology now. You see, Elon Musk got the Neuralink.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember years ago, niggas was saying we was conspiracy theorists for saying that.
Yeah, what they saying?
We was talking about the chips in the brain years ago. Niggas was saying, "Oh, that's because that ain't shit gonna never happen."
Early
that's conspiracy theory.
in the
Niggas was saying
90s
that's
throughout the year 2000.
conspiracy theory.
He was saying that was conspiracy. Well,
And look, now they got the neural link.
yeah, people was yeah, people thought that shit was just all a conspiracy. Like you had people just like, because when it started coming out, even in the 80s, they start talking about certain aspects of artificial intelligence. When it got to like the late 90s and all that, that's when they start talking more about, putting the chips in, chipping everybody and all that shit. People are still looking at, frowning upon it. Now look, all that shit they was calling people conspiracy theorists for. Now look,
Nigga,
shit ain't
I was saying this shit in like 2002. Niggas was saying I watched too many movies.
right.
I'm like the machines and the machines is gonna replace all the humans real soon. Niggas was calling me conspiracy theorist then. Niggas was saying I watched too many movies then.
Man, you had motherfuckers in the 80s saying that shit. You had people in not even just the 80s. You had people in the goddamn late 1800s, early 1900s saying how artificial intelligence was gonna take over.
Niggas
Like
ain't even
so,
ready for that conversation.
like we didn't play so many fucking clips from the
People ain't
early
even ready for that
1900s.
conversation.
Like, you know what I
Early
mean?
1900s, late 1800s, artificial intelligence already existed. Humanoid robots already existed.
Like there was
Fucking
already
Teslas, electric cars, and all that shit, self-driving cars already existed.
flying cars
Late
already
1800s, my nigga.
flying cars
Late
already existed.
1800s, they had that shit at the World Fair. You got just look up the World Fairs, where everybody from around the world bought their inventions and shit to the World Fairs,
That's
and
how a
they
lot of shit
tested
got
they
stolen.
yeah, and they tested all their inventions at the World Fair. It was flying cars there.
Right.
It was artificial intelligence, cell phones,
Jet
all that shit
Yeah,
was there.
jetpacks and shit.
Jetpacks.
That's how a lot of shit got stolen
People
too.
still
It's
don't know.
Through the world fairs. That's how a lot of ideas and shit got stolen. A lot of patents and shit got stolen.
Yeah, the intelligence
They need
agency.
they needed a way to basically consolidate bring all those people together that had them type of ideas, and that's how he was able to, steal shit, is by
The
bringing
intelligence
having those
agencies
world.
ended up getting them all.
Yeah,
The
fact.
MI6s, the CIAs, the Mossad, they ended up getting all that shit. All the government agencies ended up stealing all that tech. DARPAs, all of them, all of them is basically operating off that old tech. It's advanced, but it's old.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, we got some crazy times. We living in some crazy motherfucking times right now. I tell you that. I tell you that. And a lot of motherfuckers is still sleep at the wheel, but they gonna find out the hard way. I tell you that, they gonna find out the motherfucking hard way, because the plans they trying to roll out to society right now is just, that shit is and the way we looking at, I'm analyzing that shit, and I'm like, how is this shit really gonna work? See, with their mindset, they think everything they doing is gonna work 100%. Like, they were so arrogant in their choices that they making for society. They think all that shit is gonna work, and I'm looking like, damn. I'm
They
looking
believe
at
it's
it,
their
man.
birthright.
Yeah, right. Like what Prince Andrew said,
They
it's his
believe it's their
birthright.
birthright to rule over us with this shit, but
And
it's
I'm
not their
looking,
birthright
yeah, and I'm
to
looking like,
rule
how
over
is
us.
how is this shit even gonna work out? This shit is not gonna work out in their
We all
favor.
supposed to be sovereign and coming together to live in a world that we create together, but we all still have our individual sovereignty. So they ain't got the birthright to rule over me. Fuck that. No, you do not have the birthright to rule over me. The hell? And I guess that's what we need to get through all of our heads, man.
Yeah, they plan for generations ahead. Yeah, they motherfuckers is planning for generations ahead. Everything they setting up now is gonna be more accepted by the 2 generations ahead. That's why they trying to, population control, because most of the motherfuckers that was, born, the baby boomers and the millennials, is not, they not going to take on certain aspects of this shit, because we from a generation where we was born before the internet and got to see the transition happen. So we're not gonna be receptive to certain shit. But these new COVID-19 babies that was born with a goddamn cell phone in their hand and a goddamn iPad and all that shit, they gonna be more receptive to that shit. The new COVID generation, or what they call them, alphas, ain't that's what they call them? This generation that was
I don't
born
know what the
during
fuck they
COVID,
call them at this
they call them
point.
motherfuckers alphas. Yeah, they call them alphas. They gonna be more receptive to that shit in the future. You know what I mean?
You know how they keep in control, right? They keep us all in survival mode. As long as
Mm-hmm.
they keep making sure the prices are high, the bills are high, making sure that you always stress is how you
Inflation.
gonna pay your next
Yeah,
bill, how you gonna eat your
that's how
next
you can
meal,
control
how you
people.
gonna make your money. They keep us in survival
You keep
mode
because you're able to
while they
control
get to
people.
live luxurious and basically. And the thing is, they live in a less stressful environment. They able to
Right.
rule over people who's always in survival mode.
Facts. That's the facts.
That's how they do it. They keep us in
That's
survival mode
facts. That's
by
1000%
promoting
fact.
scarcity.
That's what I said earlier. Scarcity. That's how they able to control us through scarcity. That's what I
Scarcity
said
through
earlier.
propaganda. Scarcity through propaganda through the news. While we constantly in survival mode, they sitting there and they eating good 24/7. Access to everything.
Yeah, because I mean, you live a lot longer when you stress free. So
Right.
that's why a lot of these old motherfuckers, you've seen these old motherfuckers last long, because
These Rothschilds and
these
motherfucking
Rothschild
Rockefeller
Rockefellers,
niggas living
they be
till
living,
99, 100
yeah,
and something years
because
old.
they live in stress-free environments. They don't have to depend, they don't have to be in survival mode 24/7. They don't have to wake up and go to work and work a 9 to 5, and they ain't gotta worry about living paycheck to paycheck. They ain't even gotta worry about going fucking grocery shopping for themselves.
Right.
None of that. They don't know nothing. All they do is wake up, read the newspapers, check their stocks. They don't even do that. They got
They don't
motherfuckers to
even
do
do
that
that,
for them.
bro.
Right.
They don't even do
All
that.
they do is wake up and just maybe go golfing and some shit. Maybe
No, they
go,
do attend meetings of how they gonna
yeah,
keep
yeah,
control.
yeah.
They just go to meetings
But
that, you know what I mean, make sure they tell they pawns what to do and how they gonna keep control over the masses and keep us in scarcity and survival mode.
yeah, so if you live a stress-free life, yeah, you're able to rule over the people that uh that have to depend on, you know, the system, have to depend on, going to a 9 to 5 every day to survive and shit. That's what I said earlier.
Not
Like
not even just motherfuckers that's going to a 9 to
or just
5. People
just
people
people that
period.
depend on.
The average person period. Even if you own your own business and you set your own hours,
Yeah, right,
you still in survival mode.
right. And these motherfuckers be inside trading and
Exactly. Inside trading and then creating money out of thin air
taking
and
money out of
loaning it
thin
out
air,
with
loaning
high
it out the
interest.
country. Yo,
With
they
loan with
think
high as hell interest
they
higher
loan
than a
they
motherfucker.
loan they loan shit out the whole countries though. They able to keep whole countries in debt.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, whole countries be in debt to them.
So they making trillions of dollars in they sleep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they feeding off the energy of the public.
It's hard to fight back because it takes the collective to do it, and everybody's so divided on everything.
The
Somebody said,
plan
"What is the plan on fighting
the
back?"
plan the plan to fighting back is you just gotta educate yourself on how shit is operating. Then you gotta move within that shit, and then you gotta be able to stand on shit, man. Like a lot of people can't really stand on shit because they ain't really got nothing to really, you know, and then again, you pretty much don't have like nothing to lean on as
You ain't
far
got
as
no
when it comes to
support.
that. Yeah,
You ain't
you
got
don't
no
have nothing to
support from
lean on.
family. You ain't got no
Yeah,
support from friends because everybody's still stuck in the system and
yeah.
brainwashed. That's why
So
I said
you don't
it's
have
going to
nobody
take the
to lean on.
collective to fight back. It's going.
So
That's the problem.
and
It takes
then
the
again,
collective.
it does, and it takes like you gotta have a certain mindset as well, and then you gotta get with people that got like like the have the same type of mindset that you have, where you can actually trade resources with, combine resources with. You know what I mean? And that's what it's gonna take. It's
With the
really
type
gonna
world
take.
we live in, you can stand on your shit to the end, and people would just sit back, watch you get
Yeah, they
assassinated,
want. Yeah,
talk about it for a while, and forget about it, and continue living in a brainwashed, programmed lifestyle.
right. That's true.
That's what's been happening. There have been people in history that's been standing on their shit. There's people around people now that's standing on shit, but the
They
collective is
said
the
the lack.
problem because the
Yeah,
collective
that's
is
the
just
lack of
sit back.
support.
Yeah, there's no support.
The
There's
lack of
literally no
support.
support because everybody's playing the game, and social media made it worse because everybody's on social media fronting like they getting it like that, like they ain't in fucking survival mode. When
Right.
just about 99.999% of motherfuckers on
Yeah,
social
that's the.
media
It's
is
the
in survival mode,
survival mode.
acting like they're not, just
It's
so
the
they
one.
can
Right.
impress people who don't give a shit about them.
It's the 1% that's not in survival. Everybody always talk about that 1%. The 1% of society that's you know they not in survival mode. That's why they able to control the other 99%. That 1% is not in survival mode.
Facts.
They got time to calculate and make decisions on how to run shit. They got time to do it. They got the resources and they got
Yep.
time to
To
plan this
invest
shit.
in it.
Right.
They got time to invest in it, money and time to invest in it. Because they ain't never got to worry about where their next meal coming from or nothing like that.
Right. Like look this Prince Andrew motherfucker. You know what I mean? He in the hot seat for messing with underage girls, but he still get to live freely.
Luxurious.
He still get to live good. He still don't have to be in survival mode and shit.
Nigga, look all that shit that Epstein was doing. Look how luxurious he was living. Nigga had mansions all over the world, private jets, yachts, and his own private island. And this nigga was
Private
doing all that
planes,
dirt. The
private
world,
jets,
that's
all that shit.
the world loved the wicked, bro. The world always fucking support the wicked and bow down to the wicked. It's the motherfuckers that trying to make a real change and the more thorough and real people go through
That
shit.
suffer the most, yeah.
Yeah, you suffer the
Those
most
people
because
suffer the most because
majority of people is fake as fuck.
I
And
think
they
the
fake
more
because they in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, you do anything to survive, even play somebody you're not. And then when anybody real come around you, you don't even want them around you because it's exposing your fakeness. People don't
right,
people don't want the truth around them. People don't want anything real. They love the swindlers. They love the people who bamboozle them and lie to them and whisper sweet nothings in their motherfucking ears. They love that shit. The world love these fake ass
like we said,
motherfuckers
we
that's
gotta
ruling
learn things
everything,
on our
bro.
own.
They
Yeah,
love them. They love the wicked. The world love. Nobody can't convince me otherwise that this world don't love the wicked. This world bowed down to the wicked fast as hell. Fast as hell. That's all I've seen since I've been on this planet is a bunch of motherfuckers bowing down to the wicked living luxurious lifestyles, and people praising them and idol worshiping them. That's all you see. Nobody can't deny this neither, because we all know that shit is true. That you see the wicked is living luxurious all the time. It's a lot of Prince Andrews out there. Look, he got caught doing the shit that he do, and what he gets get exiled. He don't go to jail. He still get to live luxurious. Just because he's exiled don't mean they gonna take his money. He gonna be living good. Who
yeah, he
gives a
don't have
fuck
to give
about
up.
his reputation? He's still gonna get to live good. When the average motherfucker reputation gets blown, you can't do nothing. You're gonna be homeless on the street. When Prince Andrew reputation gets messed up, he's still gonna be living luxurious. You see the difference? The wicked motherfuckers, this planet, oh, people love these motherfuckers, bro. As much as they claim they hate them and oh, let's take them, man, y'all love them motherfuckers. They do. Let's be real. Just call it how it is. We need people on this planet. We need, even though it's a very small percentage of us, but we need motherfuckers on this planet to keep it real 100%.
Nah, the road is narrow as shit. The road of the righteous is narrow as shit, bro.
They love wicked motherfuckers on this planet, bro.
The wicked is majority.
I look at shit like that all the time. I'm like, how this nigga Epstein was able to eat like this and he as wicked as they come. And he's out there living in fucking mansions and yachts, his own private island. And look at the shit that he's
Pharisees. Same way the motherfucking Pharisees was able to stay wealthy and be wicked and shit.
And the person that's kind-hearted and willing to give the shirt off their back, they barely fucking making it. People look down on them and everything. Get judged. And they give you the shirt off their back. But the wicked motherfucker, when they come through, oh man, people be bowing down. Oh, that's my idol. I love you. Oh my God, all that shit. Oh, I'm gonna vote for you. All this shit with the wicked. They love the fucking wicked, bro. They love them. They love them. Nobody can't deny this shit. They love them. This world love that shit. That's why we in the position that we in now. We gonna keep on suffering because we love the wicked. Let's be real. We're going to continue to suffer. Because the motherfucker that give his shirt off your back, you'll take advantage of them. You'll say they weak. You'll judge them. You'll say they ain't shit. You a nobody. They do that to the person that give the shirt off their back. But when the wicked motherfucker come around, oh, man. All praises to the wicked. That's earth. That's earth right now. All praises to the wicked. That's the mindset of earth. That's why we're in the position we are now. And the suffering is going to continue and it's going to get intensify. And the fucking heat from all this wickedness is going to keep building and building. And that's where we at right now. That's the real shit that people need to be hearing right now. Not all that fake shit that you see on social media every day. That's bombarding our algorithms. A bunch of fake shit. That's all I see on social media is a bunch of fake shit. I barely hear people talking like us on social media anymore. All you see is the bullshit. No matter what you try to, no matter how much real shit you try to put in your own algorithm, the bullshit still end up taking over your algorithm because there's so much of it.
I mean, sometimes you just get to the point where you don't even really want to talk to motherfuckers about the truth because it just falls on deaf ears. So
all they do is judge you by the way you deliver it and not realizing the reason why you delivering it like that because you're fed up. Because when a person is fed up, you ain't gonna be talking nicely when you're fed up. When you've been seeing this shit going on for years nonstop. Like that's not how things work.
Nah, I never seen anybody. All the people I seen that was righteous throughout centuries and shit they spoke from a frustrated, angry place because they understood what was going on. It wasn't all preachy and nice and wrapped in a fucking bow.
That's how people want shit to be delivered.
Like just think about how even when niggas like Malcolm X spoke, or you see they spoke with aggression. It was elegant, but it was still aggression behind that shit because they understood what the fuck was going on. How people was being oppressed. You can't be all nice and wrapping your shit in the gift. Like that shit has to be delivered a certain way. A certain aggression has to be behind it. Because they know, right? So they know that this shit is meaningful and it's you know gonna got an impact, got a hit with impact. Fuck all that. Fuck all that nice shit. Mm-mm.
You could be speaking the
Fucking
realest
is
shit that
nice.
you could be speaking the realest
It's
shit that
like
anybody ever
it's
heard,
like
and a person will judge you on your grammar.
it was like
Like
when
fuck the
Pop
message with
it
your
was like
grammar.
When Pop did that speech at and with all them people in the all them black leaders in the room and he was cussing and going off and shit. They was trying and they was worrying more about him cussing. So that made him go off like people worrying about me, people was worrying about him how he was delivering the message, but they wasn't
Right.
hearing what the fuck he was saying.
Exactly.
He said, you know what I mean? We said we ain't nothing but thugs to these motherfuckers. Like they was I think it was like Khalid Muhammad in there. It was like all these different black leaders in there and shit. And Pac was just in there delivering his shit, but he was delivering it raw as hell. You know what I mean? The people then, they act like they, you know, like what he was saying wasn't the real. Like the shit he was saying was coming from a place of frustration. You know what I mean? So you going to, I mean, you get your ass whooped by the cops and shit. You can't even, nigga, you ain't going in there to talk nice. Like, yo, I just got my ass whooped by the cops. You think I'm gonna come in here and preach to you niggas nicely and wrapped in a bow and shit? Fuck all that.
And that's how the wicked always get ahead, because they know exactly how to talk to the people, because the people are trained to be talked to a certain way. That's
Yeah,
why when
fuck
you
all
saying the
that.
realest shit that you can ever say to somebody that's actually talking about real reality that's happening, all they do, they judge you on your grammar or how you say it or how you type it. They
Fuck
don't give a
that
fuck
shit.
about the real message. All they care about is the grammar behind it. Oh, you didn't say that right. Yeah, because massa basically wants you to say things a certain way and write things a certain way. And if somebody ain't doing that, who gives a fuck what they message is? They program it to say, oh, that can't be right because the grammar wasn't correct. The way they delivered it wasn't correct. Because you're fucking programmed to believe that's how it's supposed to be delivered. That's the point that we're making. Like, you're programmed.
But fuck it. Listen, it's for the people that get it and the people that don't just don't get it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? That's how you're supposed to
Well,
look
that's
at
why
it.
we're gonna
You
continue
can't
to
even
suffer
yeah,
because
you
people
can't
don't
even look.
because
You
people
can't
don't.
even look. You can't even worry about the people that's not, adhere to the message. They're not on that frequency, so it ain't for them to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
for the
that's
people
keeping the world in suffering, and then
for the people
the people who
well
are real have to suffer
well
even more
you
because
gotta
of
think
the
about it,
idiots
bro.
around them.
This world is a suffering world. When you born into this shit anyway, you born into the flesh, you're gonna suffer regardless. I don't even give a fuck how rich
Yeah,
you
but
is,
there's
how
unnecessary.
but
There's
so
suffering that naturally comes with humanity, but then there's unnecessary shit though that just
well,
comes
I
from
mean,
lack of wisdom and lack of knowledge and just ignorance. And that's the type of suffering. Like, come on,
yeah,
like some of this suffering can
I
be
mean,
prevented, bro. Like, I
I
understand that
mean,
humanity, yeah, I understand that as a human, there's certain types of suffering that you're not going to escape from, but then there's some unnecessary suffering that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit.
yeah, like I said,
The
somebody
fact
must
that
be
we
around
letting wicked
part of my
motherfuckers like
frequency.
Epstein and them come up while the righteous have to basically suffer because they don't want to be wicked like the rest of these motherfuckers. That point right there, that's unnecessary suffering. Why we letting motherfuckers like Epstein and them own their own private island? You don't deserve a fucking island. All that bullshit. He was out there. You don't deserve an island. You don't deserve yachts and mansions and all these accounts and shit like that. You don't deserve it.
I mean, you gotta think about it too. I mean, some of these motherfuckers is in position just to be there for other motherfuckers to learn from. Like, I mean, you only could learn. I mean, how else do you really fucking learn through suffering? Fuck it. I mean,
Yeah, but the thing is,
I
it's
mean,
see,
so
but
certain wicked
suffering becomes abuse.
certain
But abuse and suffering from learning are two different things, bro.
yeah, but certain wicked is being put in position. So I mean, We that's
can't
the
give
only
these
way.
motherfuckers the license to abuse us just because we
Nah,
want to
nah,
learn
not that.
something.
Nah, not in
No,
that
but
way.
that's basically what
Yeah,
that is, though. When you say
not in that way.
you gotta suffer to learn. I think that's bullshit. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's
it's
old thinking.
but nah, I'm just saying, in humanity, period, you're gonna suffer in certain aspects, so you could. The only way you're gonna learn, if you're just born into a fucking world where everything is utopia, then how the fuck you gonna learn anything? Everything is
I
right
understand
there.
that, but there's
You know
a
what I'm saying?
balance, though. There's a balance.
If everything
There's
is
a balance.
utopia, you ain't gonna learn from shit.
We're
The only
not
thing you
saying
learn,
utopia, but
only thing you
there's
learn from is trials and
excessive
tribulations.
abuse.
Yeah, you only can learn through trials and tribulations. Because
Yeah,
you
but
only can
the
learn
thing
lessons
is,
through
that's
that.
like saying beating the shit out of a kid and be like, oh, he needs to learn.
Nah, not in that aspect.
But
Nah,
that's what's
but
that's
it's
what's
certain
happening, though. It's not.
certain
But
aspects
that's
that
what's
come with
happening.
humanity. It's certain aspects that's come to humanity, period, that we just born into that is inevitable. We gonna learn. We gonna
That's
go
like
through some
saying
shit.
a kid that's born into a
Nah,
household
I'm
where
just saying.
where the kid is being beat up and raped every day. Say, well, that kid had to learn a lesson. Like
Nah,
that's the
not
type
through
shit.
that.
But that's the type
Not through
shit that
that.
I'm talking about is happening to the world, though. Like these wicked motherfuckers is running the world.
Listen.
They graping everybody and kicking our asses, and we rewarding them for it. And then we say shit like, "Oh, it's to teach us a lesson." Nah,
What
that's
the fuck can we?
bullshit.
Listen, I
That's
know one
bullshit.
thing.
And
I
yeah,
can't.
I don't
You only
believe
take
that
on the
we should
world
be
problems.
born in a
Fuck all that.
utopia, but there should be some balance. There's no balance here, bro. There's no fucking
Yeah, well,
balance.
I ain't you
There's no
trying to
balance, though.
take on the world problems, bro. You want that shit only gonna cause more problems in your own individual
Nah,
life. Fuck.
it ain't about
I don't
taking
even
on
want
the
to take on
world's
the world
problems.
problems.
The
Fuck
world's
that.
problems is your problems, though. Because
Shit,
we're living
not
the world's problems
all
are
of
your
them.
problems. Because
Not all of them.
everybody's in fucking survival mode together. Except for this 1%. So that is a world problem that everybody's dealing with. Like we gotta start looking at the reality of shit and just stop. You know what I mean? The program shit that we've been taught. Oh, you gotta be abused to learn. Like shit like that. Oh, life gotta be hard. You won't learn nothing. That's bullshit. We gotta have some balance when we talk like that, though. Like, cause then it just become cliche, and we just follow by, and then we accept the abuse just because you say you gotta learn from it. That's bullshit, bro. I'm done with that. Fuck that. I'm not accepting that no more. I'm not. That's like somebody keep returning to a household, like a woman or a man keep returning to a household where they getting domestically abused and shit. And like, oh, they need to learn a lesson. Man, fuck that. Nah, man. Nah, I'm not accepting that shit no more, bro. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. Because there's some balance that come with that. Yeah, you're not going to have a perfect life. Nobody's going to have a perfect life, but there still should be some type of balance. The type of abuse that we're taking fucking on the whole globally is excessive now. It's excessive, bro. It's getting way too out of control. And then we gotta all start taking some accountability and just stop throwing phrases around. Oh, it's going to make us stronger. That's bullshit. What, make us stronger so we can take more ass whoopings? Make us stronger for more ass whipping? Oh, you building calluses on your body because you're getting your ass whooped a lot. Like, nah, bro, fuck that. I'm not accepting that type of shit no more. Nah, that's the type of shit that abusers say to keep you there. That's the type of shit that the 1% programmed into us so we could believe that. Oh, schools, the life lessons of school. You're supposed, it's supposed to be hard and tough and all that. But they live in luxurious. It's like when a rich motherfucker saying that money don't make you happy.
But then
They
look
got millions
at the
of fucking
wicked.
dollars.
But
Money
you
don't
gotta
make
look
you
at it.
happy.
Like, listen to what you say. They live in luxurious, but they wicked living in luxurious though. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing though. They're in order for them to live that type of lifestyle, in order for them to live like they live it, they gotta, inflict wicked into the world to live like that.
But there's no balance because the motherfuckers that give their shirt
So you
off your
got
back
you
is
gotta
being
think about
fucked
it.
up.
You
But
gotta
listen
think
though,
about it. That's the
But
only
what for the
way they
person
able
who
to.
get the shirt off their back though? That why they gotta live in poverty and gotta
No,
struggle,
they
but
don't.
the
They don't have to live
the
in poverty.
motherfucker that's wicked is get to live luxurious.
That
Oh,
that I don't
so
think. Nah, they don't have to
oh,
live in.
so
You
it's
don't have
better
to
for
live
the
in poverty
person who give the shirt off the back to live in fucking poverty and abuse because they need to learn a lesson, because they need to learn something to make them stronger. That's
when you base
bullshit to me,
when you
bro.
base everything
That's
upon this
bullshit to
material,
me.
when you based
It
everything
ain't just
upon this
about
material
material, it's
world,
about
I'm just saying when the mind when we based everything upon this material world and don't factor in other aspects and just everything is 100% based on this material world, that's where we get fucked up at.
it's not just about
You know what I
material
mean?
world, it's about what you
We
do
get
with it.
we
First
get
of all, we're
we
living
get
in a
fucked up.
material world,
Yeah,
but it's
that's what I'm
about
saying.
how it's being used. And the
But
material
then but
world
then
could be used to abuse
but then
people.
you gotta realize where your own power lie at. That's how you really
Nigga,
think
this is
about
our power.
how
We
your
sitting
own
here
power
spreading the
lie at
message. This is the power.
because
Me personally, this
because
is my power. Sitting here
yeah,
basically exposing all this shit. I am in my power.
cause them motherfucking wickeds that the
Trying to
1%
get other
that's
people in their power.
living in the motherfuckers that's living in luxurious lives that's causing you know pain and wickedness amongst the world. They know where their power lies at. That's why they able to do. That's why they able to live the way they live and able to basically harness energy off the people they think lesser than them because we don't recognize our own fucking power because we worry too much about what the fuck they doing. When we start tapping into our own power, that's where the fuck we going to thrive at. We thrive in our own fucking power. We got to realize where our mentality is at, where our mindset is at. We got to realize the power that we really possess and stop giving our power away to people outside of ourselves. You got people bowing down and shit and bowing down to idols and just giving all our energy to these motherfuckers. That's how they able to live the way they live because they harnessed our energy because we give them motherfuckers power. But when you start not paying attention to them motherfuckers no more, and you start relying on your own power within, there ain't shit they can do with that because you already tapped into the source as well. Listen, them motherfuckers tap into the same. They got access to the same source we got access to. That I mean, we got the same access they have, but we got to realize the reason why they able to stay ahead because they harnessed in on our energy. They take our energy from us because we give our energy to them by worrying about what the fuck they doing all the time. But when we start focusing more on our own inner self and our own power, that's where we gonna succeed at. It's because we give our energy away to these motherfuckers, bro. That's how they able to,
Nah,
to
you gotta
stay
be
ahead.
aware. No, you do gotta be aware of what the fuck they doing. You do gotta
Oh
be
yeah,
educated on what
definitely,
they
yeah.
doing. You
Facts.
gotta be educated on what they doing, cause you can sit here and be oblivious and be fucking ignorant and say ignorance is
Nah,
bliss, and they fucking you up.
yeah, you can't do that.
You got
You can't, yeah,
you
you
gotta be
gotta study.
wise still.
Yeah, you gotta study, but
So
then
you
you gotta
gotta know what
realize
the fuck they
where
doing.
you maneuver. Right, you gotta
You
maneuver.
can't just ignore them and just say I'm a lip. You still gonna fall in their basic fucking programming
you
that they
just gotta
got
know
for
how to
you
maneuver.
if you do that.
You gotta know how to maneuver. Because once you study what the fuck really going on, then you able to maneuver the way you can, you know what I mean, and find ways within that the system where you could thrive at. And the thing is that's really what it's about because this system is set up by the collective. We all set this shit up to live in this fucking world the way it is. And the thing about it is you have to manipulate and bend this shit to your fucking will. That's how you really thrive. You gotta manipulate and bend this shit to your own fucking will. That's the only way you can able to succeed is when you actually know what the fuck going on and you start, bending that shit to your will and making it work in your favor. But right now, they just harnessing on our energy, and that's why they able to stay ahead because they basically thriving off the fucking the ignorance. They thriving off the ignorance of people that don't realize they got the fucking power. That's why the power structure at the top is ruling over the bottom because the bottom don't realize they got the real fucking power. The pyramid is upside down. It ain't up. It ain't right side up. The power comes from the bottom. When the people wake up and realize that they got the power, then the top ain't gonna have that same and all that changes just by perspective. You gotta start changing the perspective and how you look at shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you got 1,000,001 motherfuckers saying no, then what the fuck can they do? Like I said, they can't throw all of us in jail. If 3 million people woke up tomorrow and say fuck this, we ain't paying taxes, what they gonna do?
But the thing is, the people ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
be
saying?
saying no if they not educated on what's happening to them. If we just ignore them and
What
say,
the
"Oh, these
what the
people don't
ones
exist,"
what the
and being
ones that are
delusional.
the ones that are it needs to be the ones that that need to step up. Fuck it, because I mean you got some people that's gonna take heed to it and some people that's not. So for the people that is awake to this shit, I mean that's when it becomes a thing where you can't really fucking depend on the people that's still asleep. You gotta depend on the people that's woke. So the motherfuckers that's woke need to be coming together as a collective. The sleepy motherfuckers just gonna remain sleep, bro. That's a choice. And that's a choice whether you want to remain asleep or not. That's a fucking choice. And there ain't really nothing you can really do about that. Because if they ain't really got it in themselves to search for the truth, then that shit is on them. That's when that whole left behind shit come into play. Let the dead bury the dead. You know what I mean? You gotta let the dead bury the dead, man.
Then by that logic, 100%, we might as well just cut this shit off and don't say nothing to nobody.
Sometimes it get to that. Sometimes
we might as well end this stream now and don't say shit to nobody about nothing.
Sometimes it gets
And
to that, bro.
just let shit go where it's gonna go, and let them fuck the world up. Let people keep suffering and dying and say, "Oh, it's good for you. You learning a lesson from it."
That's gonna happen regardless, whether we talk about it or not. That shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, but bringing awareness will get people to start saying no, because some people really don't know what's going on, and there are people out there who's receptive.
That's what I said.
If you able to be a light to people to get them to know, why wouldn't you do that?
That's what I said. The people that's
by
gonna
ignoring
gravitate
it
towards the
and
message.
acting like it's not happening and say I'm taking my power back by ignoring everything. That's not the way to take your
Look,
power
the people
back.
that's gonna gravitate towards the message is gonna gravitate towards the people that's not. You can't worry about them. You gotta leave them where they
I
at.
ain't worried about them. I'm saying
Hell
motherfuckers
no.
is gonna get what they gonna get.
Right,
I'm not worried about them.
As I say, you gotta let the dead bury the dead.
Nobody's not
For the
worried
people,
about them.
right? For the people
I
that
know that
is,
there's some people that's programmed that you can never convince them otherwise.
never
And those
convince
are the
them.
people that the young folks call the NPCs, non-playable characters.
Facts.
Matrix generated motherfuckers. I understand that.
Facts.
But that still don't take away the fact from the point that the wicked is living luxurious while the motherfuckers who give the shirt off their back are suffering. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, that's a small.
That's a fucking imbalance.
But then that's a small amount of motherfuckers, though, bro. That's a small amount. That's a small amount compared to the majority. Because it's still wicked motherfuckers that's living wicked that ain't living luxury. They still wicked as shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you got some people that's just wicked, period. They ain't living in luxury at all. Them motherfuckers just going around being wicked. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So how do you account for them?
The fact is, this world rewards wickedness. Just think about it. Let's put something into perspective real quick. I'll give you an example. Like how people be praising the gangsters and shit, like American gangster.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the point that I'm saying. They be idolizing these wicked motherfuckers.
But they idolize
and putting them in powerful positions.
But
like
these
wicked ass politicians and the motherfuckers like this Prince Andrew and all the motherfuckers. Like, just think about it. That's the point. And these people influence a lot of people. That's why there is a lot of wicked people, huh?
Yeah, they glorify a lot of
glorifying it. Yeah, glorifying it, but then look at the person that give their shirt off their back, even though they might be homeless or something like that. They get judged and they get basically mistreated and looked down on.
Yeah, it's an imbalance going on.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm making point. Yeah, the
It's more.
imbalance, the shit that's
It's a lot of
imbalanced.
And
Like,
that
if you look at the
that's
world for the
crazy.
way it is, you'll say justice don't exist. There's no such thing as justice. That karma shit, that's bullshit. Like, if you look at the way the world is, the imbalances in the world right now, you'll be like, justice ain't real and karma ain't real. Even though people say it is. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, the wicked has his day, man.
Hell yeah!
The wicked
But the
definitely
thing
gonna
is,
have
the
his
righteous
day.
had his day too.
Yeah,
That's the thing. The righteous and the
See,
wicked both end up in the
world ain't.
same fucking place.
That's what I was
That's
about to
why
say.
there's no such thing as they end up in the same place, bro.
Yeah, this world ain't based the fact on the
It ain't
like
this
it.
world ain't what we think it is.
Yeah,
It's
it
what we've
ain't
been
based off the fact
told.
on you get rewarded for being righteous. Because the wicked gets rewarded as well for being wicked. So this ain't
They
one of
get
them things where,
glorified.
this ain't one of them. The world ain't what we think it is, as far as like
Nah,
when
it's
it comes
not.
to being rewarded for the righteous and being rewarded for the wicked, because it's not based upon that. This world ain't based upon that.
It
Because
damn sure
how
ain't.
can you account for the wicked being able to thrive? You know what I'm saying? How they be able
And
to
there's
still
righteous
thrive
people who's able to
financially?
thrive. That I'm not gonna say that there's no righteous people that's able to thrive. I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
I'm not, but it seems like all the big powerful motherfuckers on the
But
planet be wicked as hell.
then it
All the
comes.
movers and the shakers.
I mean, then that I guess
All
that
the movers
scripture.
and the shakers.
Well, I guess that
And we
one
can't deny
scripture
that.
remains true. Then, yeah, that is what a person to gain. What it says, that scripture, the person to gain the world but lose his soul and shit. Maybe that scripture reign true, because it seemed like the more luxurious people in the world is the most wickedest motherfuckers in the world. So they basically just gave up their whole gave up their whole soul just to thrive in this world and shit. It's like the Matrix and shit, where he what dude went to him about being put back in the Matrix shit. He said, um, he wanted what's his name? He wanted to make him he said, when you put me back in the
Oh
Matrix,
yeah,
make me a celebrity. But
celebrity or
look what he had
politician,
to do.
somebody
He had to give
important.
yeah, but look what he had to do. He had to give up the whole fucking keys to Zion to do that shit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. And it's like when when devil offered Jesus the whole world, said this whole world could be yours if you just bow down to me and shit. That's basically what the fuck happening. In order to
Niggas
be
selling
that,
their soul.
bro, in order to be that wealthy in the world, I'm talking about a trillionaire and all that shit, bro. You gotta do some wicked shit. You gotta basically give up your whole fucking your whole being to be that wealthy. Just think about all the motherfuckers you naming that we talking about that's thriving in luxury right now, in that type of with that type of status in the world. The motherfuckers is big. Look at this Prince Andrew nigga. He running around messing with little fucking girls.
And
Think
they
about
take it
look
for
what the fuck.
granted.
Yeah, look what the fuck niggas like Bill Gates doing.
They take
They
it for
like
granted.
mad. He's like a mad fucking scientist.
And the thing is, this is the point of it. These people got this stuff and they take it for granted, and they suffering just as much as the motherfucker who ain't got nothing because they
Facts.
take it for granted.
Facts.
That's why I say it don't belong to them. That's
They
the
don't.
message that I'm trying to get through.
Nothing belongs to
That
none of
type
them.
of luxury, nah,
Right.
fuck that. That type of luxury belongs to the motherfuckers who do give the shit off their back.
Yeah.
To give people they last. That type of luxury belongs to them because they make sure the shit get distributed righteously.
Yeah.
And they actually have joy from it. These motherfuckers ain't gonna do that. They wicked and they suffering because they not doing the right thing
I'm
with it.
trying to think throughout history, has it ever been any righteous motherfucking kings?
Yeah, there has been. Yeah, there has been. They just not talked about as much. There has been. They were saying the King Mansa Musa was like that.
It is. They were saying motherfucking
No, it's people. It's been rulers and shit that's been like that in the past, and probably some now that's not talked about.
So they probably was righteous, but still did some wicked shit.
I mean, but that's everybody though.
So
But
that's what I was thinking. Like,
that's everybody, but it's got to be some type of balance. These motherfuckers ain't balanced at all. These wicked motherfuckers we seeing these days, they just nonstop wicked with it. And if they do something good, it's not out of the kindness of their heart. It's because they trying to work some type of angle.
Right. They said that motherfuckers is not. Yeah, it's about balance. There ain't no balance, then yeah, shit. This is a result. The shit we seeing right now is a result of imbalance in the world. That's why a lot of this shit is taking place and going on, because it's being manipulated. Yeah, I mean, it's really being manipulated and shit. By wicked individuals that's ahead of these, industries and shit. And they making people are so dependent that it's causing a lot of fucking turmoil based off the fact of how shit is being ran right now. It's causing a lot of turmoil. It's causing people to be, I mean, I would say not basically not being themselves. It's causing people to be, especially with social media, it's causing people to be who the fuck they really ain't, who they fuck they really ain't. You know what I'm saying? So this environment that we create is a whole fictitious fucking environment. Is based off of just people just not being real. You know
Social media is definitely magnifying the mental
illness.
I'm going to say it's magnifying. I'm not saying that it's creating it, because the mental illness was already there.
Magnifying
social media is just magnifying
it. Magnifying it.
Social media is just intensifying and magnifying the shit that was already there. So I'm not going to say social media created it, because social media ain't create shit that's new. Everything is still, there's nothing new under the sun. Social media is just magnifying it and putting a microscope on it.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
That's all it's doing. And all social media ain't bad. Nothing is all bad. I'm not saying that all social media is bad, but collectively it is magnifying the mental illness that's going on in society, bro.
Yeah,
it truly is.
Yeah,
it truly is.
Facts. I agree with that. It turned the heat up on that shit.
It turned the heat up.
Because they got motherfuckers doing what they wouldn't even normally fucking do. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Motherfuckers coming on here just being something that they really not. And you just see that shit like, damn, this motherfuckers is really coming on here being a whole different type of fucking person, like a whole different type of monster.
That's true.
Like, you and these motherfuckers that be on here doing the most wouldn't even be doing a smidget of that shit in they real life. That it's like social media gave these motherfuckers an outlet to just be whoever and do whatever.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Like, damn, you see motherfuckers. I'm like, yeah, this person even wouldn't even be like this in real life. I'm like, what the hell?
Man, I'm the same motherfucker on social media
in
real life.
Facts.
I am no different. I talk this way in real life and on social media. I don't give a fuck. I'm me, no matter where I'm at.
Right. We sparked the live stream up based off the shit we was talking about in our regular lives. We like, bro, we might start going live with this shit we talking about.
Exactly.
That's how we started going live, because we was talking about real shit. And we just started pressing the live button and shit.
Exactly.
never came on here perpetrating a fraud. What the fuck would
I
you
ain't
do
never
that
doing
for?
that. Fuck that. That ain't
Fuck
me.
all
I
that
can't
shit.
do it. I can't even.
I
My
can't fake
body,
it.
my soul won't even let me come on here and be fake.
Fuck no.
I
And
don't
these,
even fuck with social media outside of what we do on YouTube and all
right.
that shit. Like I don't even fuck. Like I don't be on posting my fucking life on no social media. Are you kidding me? Fuck that. And
Right.
I ain't hating on some people do it and you know they get
Yeah, some
some
people
type
do it
of
for business.
therapeutic. They get
Right.
some type of therapeutic or they do it for business or whatever. And
Right.
I ain't you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking that. But there's some motherfuckers on here that be fronting.
Or just doing the most.
Doing the most. That's
Doing
what
the
I mean.
fucking
Yeah.
most.
And it's a lot. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of
Facts.
that on here, bro. And
I
I
mean,
ain't
fuck
doing that.
post every aspect of their life. They
Yeah,
everything they
fuck
do, they
that.
post
I ain't
every
doing that.
second. Motherfucker go to bathroom. They gotta post that they go in the
Yeah, I ain't
bathroom.
doing
Take
that.
a shower.
I ain't
Oh,
doing
I'm
that.
about to take a shower. I'm about to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'm about to eat this. To like every aspect of their
Nope.
life, they post on the fucking social media.
Nope.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, too much. That whole thing when people used to say too much information.
Yeah.
That shit out the window. That don't even exist anymore.
Too much information.
You know how people like, oh, too much information when people
Right,
start
right.
saying shit like that was
Right.
back in the day before social media when
Yeah.
people start saying and doing shit that you shouldn't be
Right.
saying in public and doing in public.
Yeah,
That shit is out the
TMI.
window no more. There's no more shame.
Right.
Social
TMI. Too
media
much
is no more
information.
shame
Right.
anymore.
All right.
No more shame.
That's a fact. You say, yeah, when
Oh,
people
somebody
take
said
stress,
that's just like when people take pictures and they Photoshop them. When you see them in real life, they don't look like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Fact.
That is the worst. Bro, that's the
And they
worst.
filter it up like
All them
50
fucking
times.
filters, all that
That shit
editing,
crazy, bro.
all that editing, all the filters, all that shit.
Now this is AI. Now it's just straight motherfucking
I'm
AI
done, bro.
pics. Now
Yeah,
it's just
social
AI
media
pics,
definitely bringing out the fakeness in everybody for sure.
and it's making people detach themselves from reality.
Right.
Social media allows you to detach yourself from fucking reality.
Niggas that had 3 million friends on Facebook and not got
Have
one
not
real
one
friend in real life.
got one in real life. Facts. That's
No
a
real
fact.
friend in real life, but they lonely as hell with 3 million Facebook followers.
Facts.
Lonelier than a motherfucker.
Fact. That's a fact.
That's a sad existence.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Social media is psychologically damaging people.
Right. A motherfucker had 4 million followers and be broke as shit in real life. Like you got all these fucking followers and you broke.
Broke and lonely.
Broke and lonely. You got all these
Broke
fucking
and
followers
lonely.
on social media. What? And you got niggas like us that run a motherfucking business.
Right.
You know what the fuck we do with 4 million goddamn followers? We wouldn't be on some bullshit, I tell you that. Most of these motherfuckers that got all them followers just don't got shit to offer. Nothing. They ain't got shit to offer.
They got from doing some dumb shit on there.
All right.
Some senseless stuff.
Just senseless shit, bro. Doing dumb shit. Y'all know we tell the truth on that. You seen a lot of motherfuckers go viral for some dumb shit.
Just famous for no reason. They ain't got shit nothing intelligent to contribute.
See, this social media shit allowed manufacture fame.
Facts.
Manufacture fucking fame, bro. It's crazy. They be having all them followers and ain't got shit to offer.
That's why I said there's no balance, bro.
Nigga said Kaz not there.
That's why
I ain't gonna name these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna come at Kai not like that. I don't tell you the truth. I don't really watch him enough to even make a
Yeah,
judgment
didn't even
about
know.
that.
Right. Me neither. But y'all know some of the motherfuckers that went famous, y'all know they went famous for some dumb shit.
Facts.
Now I can give y'all some scenarios, but I ain't gotta say no names.
You ain't gotta say no names, bro. They know.
You smack a cheeseburger out of a nigga hand, he go
Don't
viral.
even say that, bro. Don't even.
I ain't gonna say no names.
Don't say no names.
Motherfuckers get glue stuck in their head, they go viral. Shit crazy, bro.
Or just going viral for talking dumb.
Yeah, just dumb shit. That shit be crazy.
Go viral for talking because they white and they talking black.
Right.
They go in there, they talk black, and they viral.
Yeah.
Like,
They go viral on one phrase. One phrase. They say one phrase and go viral off of saying one phrase. Ain't got shit to offer. Vocabulary low as shit. Ain't got shit to offer. But they viral and famous. And I ain't even hate no motherfuckers, cause hey man, it is what it is.
Hey,
But
if they able to get it like that,
and that's the thing
let them have it, bro.
Right, and that's the mindset I have, because being as though everybody is in survival mode, you got to get it how you can get it. That's why I don't even hate on. I don't hate on the motherfuckers too much, even though I know be like, oh, this shit is senseless, it's dumb, they viral. But I don't hate on them too much because I know everybody in survival mode.
It's senseless and dumb. They viral.
Right. But I don't hate on them too much because I know they gotta eat because they in survival mode.
Oh
you know what I'm
man.
saying? So I don't hate on them. I just know that shit be dumb, but I don't hate on nobody. That's the thing. We ain't never been on like no hater motherfuckers, just straight hate on people. We were like, oh, that's some dumb shit they did to go viral, but we ain't never hate like.
And then we just keep it there.
Yeah, we're like, we don't say nah, they don't deserve to get no money and none of that shit because they. Nah, I don't believe that.
I'm not gonna say anybody don't deserve to get no money, because I feel like everybody deserves to have their most basic needs met.
Facts.
Everybody should have food, water, shelter. You know what I mean? Clothing and energy.
Right.
That's something, as just being a human, that's some shit that everybody needs to have without having to struggle to get it. No matter how wicked of a person is, they still deserve that shit.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's just my mindset. So now I ain't gonna hate on anybody that's getting money, but I'm gonna tell the truth. You got viral for some dumb shit.
Right. That's exactly.
I still tell the truth at the end of the day. You went viral on some dumb shit. Yeah.
I tell a person, quit. Hey, you went viral on some dumb shit.
But I ain't gonna say a person don't deserve money to be able to take care of themselves and their family and shit like that. I'm not that type of individual.
Nah.
That ain't my mindset. I like to see people get money and eat and be able to take care. And then you get them out of your way, so you ain't got to worry about them or their kids robbing you.
Well, while y'all at it, man, hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Super Chats. hit the shop up. Shop with us at nightdaymarket.com, brothers and sisters. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Zelle. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Right now, I feel like we should have just as many motherfuckers as Kai Sanat and all them niggas having their live stream right now with the shit we be talking, but we don't. And you know what? That's all right. That just goes to show you where the world is at.
The shit we talking, bro, is only for a selective few. We know that road is narrow. The absolute truth, that road narrow as shit. We lucky we got 83 motherfuckers in here saying the shit that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? For facts, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what I mean by there's no balance, bro.
The truth is not popular.
That's
Y'all know that.
That's what I'm saying. There's no balance, bro.
The absolute truth is unpopular as hell. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. The unfiltered truth.
Yeah,
just like the unfiltered, just like the unfiltered picture is not popular.
Yeah.
All the pictures and shit that's on social media that's popular, they filtered like a motherfucker. Mad filters, mad editing, mad Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? Those are the pictures that get all the views on social media. Motherfuckers take 1,000 pictures just to get that one good looking picture, and they still adding 20 filters on that motherfucker.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, motherfuckers like add 1,000.
So that's just the mindset of social media. So
motherfuckers be lighting.
But if a person actually put their picture on there raw and uncut, no filters, no good angles or nothing, people will be like, "Oh, that motherfucker ugly," and they keep moving on.
Now you got some ugly motherfuckers that go viral for they pick just for looking ugly as shit.
Oh yeah,
so it's the flip side of that too.
It is a flip side.
You got some absolute ugly motherfuckers that went viral just
but they look they look like circus performers though.
Right.
Niggas with skinny necks and wide necks and fucked up teeth and funny looking faces and all that shit. Yeah, they do go viral. But that's no different than when a circus act. Like you can see skinny neck for $5.
Yeah, you can see the shortest person.
Back. Yeah,
shortest person in the world.
Shortest person in the world.
$1. Yeah. circus acts type shit.
Yeah, circus act type shit. Yeah, that shit goes viral, but that always went viral. Those
Yeah,
circus act looking shit always went viral. Like back in
motherfuckers,
it, like
man.
even like the traveling circuses, they always have the weird motherfucker behind the curtain
Yeah,
getting
it's a
money.
fact.
People lined up to see that motherfucker.
Right,
I pay my 2 cents to go see the, you know what I mean, the fat bearded lady or some shit like that. The
right,
fat
fact.
bearded lady or the skinniest man in the world or the shortest man in the world. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit always got, yeah. It is no different on social media. Social media just magnified that shit. That's the point that we was making
yeah,
earlier in the
right.
stream.
It
It just
allowed more.
magnified it.
It allowed more freaks to get seen and shit.
Right.
That's all it. That's all it happened. It just allowed more freaks to get seen.
More freaks to get seen.
That's it.
That's
It's
all
like,
that's happening.
all right. They realized freakinism is a business too, and always been a business. Like you said, the motherfucking circus and shit. Now motherfucker come online and look aliened out, scared, look crazy, and go viral, and able to make a living off that shit.
Right. Miss
You
Brent
seen
said,
it?
we can tell when people are no longer going to tell us the real. We recognize the switch up. Some people are paid to lie to us. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You'll
And
see
then
a
some
lot of
people
them being
just get tired
sponsored.
of telling the truth because you ain't getting no
That
money for it.
Listen, that's why we sponsor our own videos, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely support us. We sponsor our own videos with our own products because we know once you start taking on them sponsors and shit, they start controlling what you say. So a lot of people you seeing speaking out today that's doing or just dumbing you down, they're being paid handsomely to dumb you down.
Right.
We can't take on no sponsors, like no big sponsors like the rest of these podcasts and people can, because we don't like to be controlled. We grew up that way, not wanting to be controlled what we say. So we damn sure ain't gonna come on this motherfucker and be controlled and be told what to say and all that. Nah. That's why we sponsor our own shit with 90dayherbals.com.
If we don't lie, we ain't gonna sit up here and lie about somebody's product if
Nah.
that shit don't work.
Facts.
That's why we make sure all our products that we sell work. So
Facts.
we ain't, yeah, there's no point getting on here fronting and lying about shit.
Right. Because you're gonna get figured out anyway. When you start lying,
You are
shit,
gonna get figured
you're gonna
out.
get figured the fuck out. Like you lying, you gonna get
You
figured
gonna
the
get
fuck
figured
out.
out. You are gonna get figured out.
You know what I'm saying? You think people ain't gonna figure out you fucking lying?
And that's when your 15 minutes of fame are up.
That's when your shit is up. Facts. Fact, let me drop that link. Y'all gotta go shop with us, man. 90dayherbals.com, man. Drop that link real quick. That's why we gotta sponsor our own. We gotta sponsor our own videos, cause matter of fact, the link pinned to the top. Shit, and I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, we
And I'm gonna
definitely
drop.
appreciate y'all for tuning in. We about to reach the 3-hour mark.
Yeah. That we don't really be going, cause we go live. We've been dropping a lot of uploads and pre-records and shit. So
right, yeah.
Make sure y'all go subscribe to our main channel, Night and Day Network, cause we putting out real information over there. I'm probably the realest information you probably can get on the motherfucker on the goddamn YouTube. Bro, that's the realest shit
people
you ever
starting to
get
notice
on
though,
here.
because people were saying, "Damn, I haven't seen videos like this in a minute." Because people are scared to post the shit that we post.
Yeah.
People are scared to say the shit that we say. Like for real, y'all should be sharing us a lot because a lot of people are scared to talk how we talk. They scared to post the type of information that we post.
Y'all go subscribe to our main Night and Day Network. The main Night and Day Network channel. I'm gonna drop the link. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that Night and Day Network, our main channel over there. You know what I mean? We putting out some real documentaries over there, some real shit. Shit that's gonna benefit. That's why I said that's why I said I know the truth ain't popular, but
hell
I
no,
mean shit, but a lot of them videos we've been dropping over there, the views been running up the views because people realize that shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
it
this
needs
is
to
some
be
real
said.
shit. It needs to be
Somebody
said.
got to do it.
Right. Facts.
Somebody got to do it.
Facts. Matter of fact, let me switch over to this joint real quick. So y'all can just go tap on that. And subscribe, dog. Subscribe. And watch all them fucking short docs we put out over there. You know
Check them out.
what I'm saying? Yep.
Yeah, they've definitely been putting in work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, check that out.
Like we said, the truth is unpopular, but we still
Yeah,
gonna
that shit
push
ain't
the shit
popular.
anyway, cause somebody got to do it.
Oh yeah.
Of course, of course you suffer the consequence. There is consequences for the truth.
Yeah.
We
Hell
understand
yeah.
that.
Facts.
You ain't gonna make all the money. You might get it targeted by the system.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We know how it is. We know how it is.
Facts.
We definitely want to thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Facts.
We ain't had this type of talk with y'all in a minute.
So you subscribe. Yeah, make sure y'all go subscribe to Night and Day Network LLC. Night and Day Network LLC. Make sure y'all check us out at nightandayherbals.com. Make sure y'all subscribe to all our social medias too. We on Night and Day. Yeah, go subscribe to Night and Day Cartoon Network, Night and Day True Crimes. You know what I mean? Go subscribe to follow us on
Instagram.
Night and Day Network on Instagram, Night and Day Cartoon Network. Yeah, Night and Day _network. Night and Day _network on TikTok. You know what I mean? We're on all platforms and Facebook. Night and Day Network on
and
Facebook.
Rumble.
Yeah,
Night and Day
Rumble
Network
too.
on Rumble.
We on everything, y'all. So wherever you at, we at. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you at, we at.
Follow us, share us, like us everywhere.
Right.
Y'all want to keep hearing some true shit. I mean, you could go anywhere to get the lies. It's millions of platforms, but it ain't too many platforms like ours where you just come and get the straight up, you know what I mean, unfiltered truth.
That raw and uncut too. You know what I mean? That raw and uncut.
Oh yeah, and we got the to get to the shop, you can also scan your screen with your phone.
Oh yeah, we got the QR code.
That QR
right
code
there.
leads to our Night and Day Herbal shop. If y'all want to try that out,
you use the QR
if you're
code.
watching this on a television and you know what I mean, you got your phone in your hand, you could just
hit that
you know
QR
what I mean?
code.
Yep, or if you got your phone, you can snapshot it and then get to it from that, whatever.
Fact. You go ahead and beam that in, beam that to the screen.
Beam it
to
up,
your
Scotty.
phone. Yep. Facts. And shit, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Catch y'all on the next stream.
Yeah, man. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.